Sunday Adelaja here. Want to welcome you to this program today. And we're having, we actually were supposed to call it, we were supposed to give it another title. We wanted to start a different program with a different title. I forgot what we gave the title we gave it the last time. With Israel Balogun from Nigeria, where it's going to be, I think it's how Nigeria thinks, or so how Nigerians think is what we want to call it. So it wants to be telling me and throwing me questions on the mindset of Nigerians, or I think it's going to be mindset of Nigerians, and so that it will be asking me and challenging me with the Nigerian mindset. So we are starting today. So we are going to have the logo later on and the banner for it. But we are starting today already about the mindset of Nigerians. So hello, Mr. Israel Balogun. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, so it's your program, it's your show. So you are the host of this program. So I'm here to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you very much, dear sir. And I'm so glad that you gave me the opportunity to share and to ask you questions. Mainly, when I was coming up with that topic we're about to discuss today, there's only one thing that came to my mind, and that thing was that this man is at that top. Will he be willing to come down to my level and answer me and attend to my questions? Because knowing the people of your calibers in our own settings here, you can't even get close to their protocol, talk less of getting close to them. I am so glad that you gave me the assurance that you will attest and you will give answer to any question whatsoever that I am willing to ask you.
Yes, and I'm going to comment on that. The more, I am trying to introduce a new form of Christianity in Nigeria. And I'm trying to introduce what I believe is Christ Christianity. It's kingdom Christianity. And one of the areas that this is going to be manifested, that I try my best to show this, is in my accessibility to people. I try to be accessible to people. But if that one, number one, I consciously take the decision to be accessible because I have a history of being denied access. When I was growing up in Nigeria, even my grandmother would be invited to a party or to a public function, and they would not allow me to go there. They would not let me in to the meeting where my grandmother is being let in. Why? Because I was dirty. I was not having clothes. I was having wounds all over my body. So since I was like 5, 6 years old, I've always been thinking that anytime God gives me the opportunity, anytime God gives me the opportunity, I will do my best to that. No matter how high God elevates me, I will always be accessible to everybody. I will do my best that nobody will experience the type of rejection and the type of dejection that I experienced as a person, and especially because of the status. So I took that decision even before I became born again. If you have listened to my story, and I told a lot of my stories in the book, in my series on confidence, I spoke about that. That is number one reason why I am naturally accessible to people. Number two reason, coming to Europe has helped me. Because in Europe here, no matter how high you are, people are accessible to you. And even as a pastor, I am accessible to my people. It's not a stress to me at all. Firstly, because it's a conscious decision. Secondly, because this environment here, makes you to be much more simple than big man mentality in Nigeria. Then number three, I had somebody say this one time, and I bought to it as my own philosophy of life, that if anybody could access God, if anybody have access to God easily, Who am I that they will not have access to me? Now, but since I started coming out on this live broadcast to do video live broadcast like this, I have also discovered the challenge that Nigerian leaders have, that is making them not to be easily accessible, and that is making them to have protocol and to put people off. Because in Europe here, a lot of them have a sense of measure, a sense of moderation, and a sense of, they know how to control it. They don't just come and disturb you and sit on your head. Some people will do that, but a lot of them, they are conscious about your space. They will not ruffle your space too much. They will not some of them will abuse it, but most of them will not. Most of them will not abuse it. So it's not such a challenge. And my friends have been telling me all the while that, Pastor Sunday, you cannot be like this when you go home to Nigeria, because Africans will abuse it. And I've been saying, no, I will remain the same. And I still hope to remain the same. But right now, I am thinking, I started really finding it difficult, because since I've been on the line, on Facebook line, for 3 years now, for 3 years. And every year, every spring like this, every March, April, every spring, some people who are on my platform, who are coming to listen to me, come up with some stories about me and with some accusations. I'm saying, these Africans, I live here in Europe for 30 years. I've only had accusations like that maybe once or twice. But I've been on my platform for 3 years. Every year in those 3 years, some people will come up with some stories and accusations against me. So recently I experienced such a thing again. And these people, I've never even met them. So I begin to think that now I understand some of these people in Nigeria, because the only reason those kind of people are accusing me of things, the only reason why they could even talk to me, why they could even have opportunity to talk to me, is because I humbled myself, I reduced myself, I decided to help my people by coming online. I have a church here. I don't even attend to them anymore. I gave the church to all my junior pastors. And I'm only attending to people on the Facebook, because I know I'm going to Nigeria. I want to attend to my people. And these people don't even know me. They've never seen me. And they cannot even imagine how much sacrifice I have to do to just minister to them and to help them. First of all, because of what I believe, they don't even know what it means to have relationship with Oyedepo, Adeboye, anybody you want in Nigeria, Paul Enenche, and all of them, even TB Joshua, Chris Oyakilome, all of them were calling me. I could call any one of them and get them right like this. But because I wanted to open the eyes, it's not for my sake. My eyes was already open. They were celebrating me. All of them celebrated me. So I don't need to spoil relationship with them. Even I was speaking about these things in their churches, and still they didn't spoil relationship with me. But because I wanted to set my people free and open the eyes of my African people, I came up on Facebook. I started making myself accessible so that people will see that, no, you can access me. I want to show them the example between myself and the things that they were living in, that they were living in bondage, that let's destroy this bondage. We can all be brothers. That is number one, and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I discovered that our people, maybe it's true what my friends have been telling me, familiarity brings contempt. Because these people wouldn't have even known me at all. But now, because I'm so accessible like that, they think, I don't have value. But if they knew the value that I have, they if I had been reasoning the way normal people reason, these people here, none of them they would not even have gotten me. I was in Europe for 30 years, and I've been doing church for 25 years in Europe. And the whole world knows me. They didn't know me. They didn't know how to have any access to me. Even though I was accessible. But they couldn't even think in their mind that they could have access to me. But when people begin to rubbish you, your reputation, and come with lies and rumors just because they have their own ulterior motive, I begin to think maybe these African pastors and these big men and the elite in Nigeria, maybe they have a reason. Maybe they have been abused so much like this, and that they just want to keep these people off. Because the last rumors that people are spreading, somebody who called himself my disciple went ahead and started, telling that I'm selling books and I'm a liar, I'm not reliable, I'm using people. I say, hey, look at me, look at it. How can I, what are you giving me? I'm not taking your tithe, I'm not taking your offering, you never gave me anything. 1 hour of my day is $1,000. I spend 6 hours online every day just to minister to people. That's $6,000 if I was to use that time for something else. So who is spending what? Who is spending? Who is using who? I did a series on leader and on leadership. The name of the series is A Leader is a Ladder. That is my philosophy. That's what I did here in Ukraine. Go and ask Mayowa. Mayowa is shocked at the way I live. At the way that, everybody is living off me. I am not living off them. They are living off me. Because that's my philosophy, that I'm a ladder. I put myself down for other people to climb me. And I always say, use me. But for somebody that has never done anything for me, anything, to say, I am the one using him? How can I use you when I created the platform? You know how much it cost me to create this platform? You know how much this studio cost? You know how much it cost me to just come online to give you a platform? And you are coming to my platform to sing, to talk, to make your name known? And I'm the one using you? Wow! Who created the platform? I don't need you at all. I understand what Nigerians do, the elite and the rich people and the pastors, because they just don't want all this kind of rubbish and all these kind of accusations. But in my own case, I've passed through a lot of these things too. And I want to say, I will not allow these things to change me, but I just begin to understand people. I begin to understand people that sometimes it's just safe for you. It is peace of mind for you to just put people where they belong. But I will never do that. The reason I will never do that is because that is not the example of Jesus. For me, the example of Jesus is that Jesus left the place of glory, and he is the most exalted one. He is the biggest elite. He is the biggest, anointed one. He is God. He left heaven, came to my level. And that's what I built my life for. That's the philosophy that informs my behavior. I built my life like that. I can even kneel down before somebody. I can even bow down before anybody. I don't care who they are. Because Jesus did that to me and for me. I try to do that for other people. So when I do that for these people and for these guys, I give them the privileges. I create the platform. I spend and I put them there for free. And that's another problem. When people don't pay for something, people are getting everything for free. They begin to think that it belongs to them, that is their own, before you realize it. And they begin to have entitlement mentality, and that is another situation, another problem that, so for people to say, so you are asking me, can you ask any question? I said, that's exactly what we do every Saturday. We have asked Dr. Sunday Adelaja, when people ask, I don't even know the kind of question people will ask. And I know himself that reads the question, doesn't even know the kind of question people will ask. And I still answer all the questions. Tell me one pastor in the world, either it's American or European or from any country, that is so open to come out live and answer questions like this. Anyone. And not even knowing it, not even being familiar with it before. And tell me any pastor in the world that comes down to the level of everybody and honors everybody like that. I have been to different countries. I've lived in Europe for 30 years. I've not seen one. I've been to America many times. I've not seen one like this. Because all of them know their place. They maintained some little bit of status anyway. But I am determined to do this, and I want to introduce new Christianity in Africa. And because I need to introduce new Christianity in Africa, I need to also be the example of it. But now I'm thanking God that this is happening so that I will be able to know what is waiting for me back at home.
Yes, thank you very much. I think some of the things you have said may have answered other questions I'm having for you.
No, you have to still ask
So
them, because when you
I
ask them, I will
would
be able
rather,
to answer them more concretely. I only saw the topic now, so I try to touch the topic a little bit. But you still need to ask your questions.
come again, sir. You said,
Yeah, I said, even if what I've said doesn't matter, just ask all the questions you need to ask.
okay. So I was trying to give background to reason why this topic was formulated, and then what I intended to achieve after the whole hour spent together with you. The reason, the background information that people need to know is that this program was actually this topic was put together for one reason and one reason alone. There are many people who have seen this opportunity of accessing you as a medium for them to be able to talk to themselves anyhow. So as a medium of for them to talk to you anyhow. And then many people also who are committed and followers of you are also concerned about you will not come out and be responding to them. That could tantamount to coming down to their level. Or what do you say? So I decided to come out and ask some questions that others may want to ask you, and having you answering them in publicly to everyone who care to hear. And also, I believe many people will still call in to tell you, sir, that this is not taken for granted. And I can tell you that with everything inside of me, that this is highly appreciated what you are doing for us. Nevertheless, I will also want to say that everyone who is listening to me now should be ready to call in and express their own appreciation for these little things you are doing that you don't know how far it has gone to even install dignity and honor back to so many of us. Some people who think that they don't amount to anything in life because of the way they've been treated are now finding value back to themselves, are now seeing themselves worthwhile because somebody of your level will come down and come in with them. So that was the reason why this topic was given. That look, we have to force this man to speak on these things publicly, because left to him, he will not talk. He will not even come down to that level and be defending himself on anything. And none of us can defend him rightly, because I even warned them, do not defend me because you don't know anything. You may not know anything right. So we decided to bring you out and ask you to speak on this issue and let everyone hear it. The process of bringing people into this platform is what I want to speak on. Secondly, because people need to have this background understanding before I go deeper into what we're about to discuss today. People come on this platform. I'm one of the individuals who is privileged to have this international platform to speak. And I want to say how this platform has become a platform where you are given opportunity to speak, and then when you get to that platform, all you are expecting is that they will one day pay you or give you money. We will get there, sir, because you are going to answer and tell people to know the truth. Because many people are all over the place saying, he didn't give me this, he didn't give me that. I will get there, sir. The process of bringing people to this platform entails that many people apply for them by themselves that I would love to speak. Because I've made my research, I've consulted the person who is in charge of inviting people. And I asked the person, I said, look, tell me, how do you get people to come to this platform? You see that you go after people and tell them, come, I will give you money, come and talk. I can give my own example. I listened to your interview on how God took you from Nigeria to Ukraine, how you suffer working, carrying wood and all stuff, how you have to sell OG. to survive. And I just started there. I said, your story is not far from mine. Then you said, tell me your story. And you called me on that very day. I told you and I narrated my story. And you said, would I mind to come on your platform and share the story? Coming to share the story on that platform has brought nothing but good to me. It has brought nothing but good to me. So other people who have been brought on this platform also were individuals who voluntarily say, I am interested in coming to share my kingdom fruits. Since I've been listening to DSA, these are the things I've achieved, I've been able to do. I want to come and share. So nobody is forced to come and speak. Secondly, people come when you see people who are like creative and innovative hour. When you are trying to bring those who are doing something great in Africa, bringing them to the platform, to the global platform. I remember a guy who got the best teacher award that was brought to this platform. That little opportunity has led to so many doors opening for him. Many people who are doing something at the local level in the secret places that nobody sees them, this platform has given the opportunity to be seen by the world. So no one, and I've done my research, no one has ever been coerced, forced, or bribed to come and speak on this platform. I'm trying to lay a background before I go further. I'm trying to lay a background. And then I said, if you want to come, we have different platforms, Kingdom Fruit, Creativity's Hour, special program, book review, and everyone who are invited to speak or to come and talk is an individual who voluntarily say, I want to come. We also have people who have cancelled their own interview as well. People have called and said, no, I'm no longer coming. Cancel it. We are not forced to come and do that. They are not forced to come and do that. So now, for individual who now go further to say, I was exposed, they exposed me to the world. Now I'm suffering. Now I'm no longer hiding anything. They left me and suffer me. BSC, let me ask you directly. Is there at any point in time where you promise anyone money so that the person can come and talk? Particularly, do you promise Evangelist Teresa that if you come to speak on my platform, I will give you money? Do you promise her before she comes to talk, sir?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay. No, not at all. I didn't promise. Let me tell you why I even started to do this. Because I'm a pastor. And I've been a pastor for 25 years. That just of this embassy, of God Embassy. Before God Embassy, I'd been pastor before God Embassy in another country they call Belarus. So, but as pastor of the Embassy of God alone, 25 years. I'm an experienced person. And I know what God used me to do as a pastor of this Embassy of God Church. One of the secrets that God taught me is that He wants me to be a ladder throughout life for other people. A ladder and a bridge. So I built my whole ministry as a ladder to anybody that has aspiration. Aspiration to cross from where they are to have a dream, to their dream where they want to go to. And there is always a gap between where you are and where you want to go to. I want to be that bridge that will lie down so that you will climb through me, on me, or ride on me to get to your destination. So that is who I am by philosophy. And it's only thanks to that if you listen to testimonies of people from the Embassy of God, it's like everybody is a giant. It's like everybody is, is incredibly, they are doing things that is normal human being cannot understand. How can these people be born again? How can these people be born again 2-3 years ago or 5 years and they are already becoming so great like this? And this is because I use my resources, I lie down, and I allow them to climb on me to become whoever they want to be. I have an experience in that. When God taught me on how to make $1 million, how to become a millionaire in US dollars, I taught people. And in the next 3 years, I raised up 200 millionaires in US dollars. when I saw my people that were coming from drug addiction, from alcoholism, that were poor, I started training. I started doing business training for them. And in 3 years, we raised up 2,500 businesses, and 200 of them were millionaires. So this is what I've done, is track record. There are people, human beings that are alive here today that can testify to that. But forget even about money. But let's even talk about, if you go to my YouTube page and just say Ukrainian testimony, Sunday Adilaja, Ukrainian members testimony, or just go and look for incredible testimonies. You will see testimonies of people. It's not testimony of cow or of material things, of people becoming things that they never dreamt they could become. But these are white people. But I've prayed to God that God give me an opportunity to be able to do at least 10% or some percentage of what I've done for these people, for my people also in Nigeria. So when God gave us the opportunity to come online like this, I knew what to do. I created a platform. Before, the first year, I was only coming and speaking because I needed to encourage people and build in them new philosophies, new principles of life, new virtues. So the very first year, while I was preaching like this, I was only bringing Russians to testify. If you look at my earlier messages, at the end, you will always see the Russians testifying. But since I am not going to be ministering to Russians over there, and people on the platform began to think that, oh, these Russians, what is it because they are Russians? Or is it because they are Europeans that this is why they are getting the kind of result, or supernatural result? So our people began to think that it's because they are white people. That's why they're having those kind of results. Other people are saying, oh, it's because they are Russians. Russians are tough. The Russians have been trained to become like that, to have results. Other people are saying, oh, it's because they don't have demons. Like Africans have principal, what they call it, generational curses. That's why those people have the kind of success they have. So, but I was telling them from the beginning that I will teach you 1 year. By the time I finish teaching you 1 year, you will be having similar results. So after 1 year of training people on live broadcasts like this, I said, even if you are just new, go and listen to my messages. By the time you listen to 200 of them, you will be having the same kind of testimonies as the Russians. So that is why I started to the first one, Kingdom Fruits, to showcase that no, you are not inferior as a black man. No generational curses is stronger than the gospel of the kingdom that we are preaching to you. And I'm trying to tell them it is because you have not had the gospel. That's why you've not been able to produce this kind of result. It's because people have not trained you. They have not given you the truth. You will know this truth and you will begin to have the same kind of results. So that's why I started the Kingdom Fruit. To let them know and let others know that these are no more Russians who are testifying. These are now Africans from different countries, from different backgrounds. And they have only been listening to me maybe for 6 months or 3 months or 5 months or 1 year, and look the change that has taken place in their lives. That is number one reason why I started that one. The second reason why I started is because I knew that we need to raise up a new generation of Christians and a new generation of preachers. So I decided to use my 30 years of ministry and 25 years of pastoral ministry to put it as a shoulder for anybody, and my reputation, my name of what I've done. So I'm using myself as a shoulder, and I'm bringing you to climb on that shoulder so that you could see far. So everybody that has come on this platform, I am creating a platform for them. Let Oyedepo do that for anybody. Let Adeboye do that for anybody. Let Benihin do that for anybody. Let Pastor Chris do that for anybody. Nobody will do that for anybody. I'm saying, talk about yourself. Talk about what you are doing. Talk about I am catapulting them to the whole world with my reputation and with my platform. Because they could do something by themselves too, but it will take them as many years to be able to have that kind of credibility and platform. So thanks to that, after some time, all of them, because I've given them that push, everybody could begin to do something. And the people who are following me will begin to follow them. So I am gathering people and giving them to them. Funny enough, when somebody goes crazy like that and begin to talk all rubbish about me, those same people that I gave to them, they will now believe them and go with them and leave me. But I don't care, because I always tell people, you are not my members. I don't have membership. I don't believe in membership. Use any word. Follower, maybe follower, but you don't follow me. I tell people, you don't follow me, you follow Jesus. I even tell people, don't follow me. Follow the truth that I preach. Follow the truth. Don't follow me. And don't ever go and think that I am infallible. And that's why I'm even happy that these kind of things happen from time to time, because it shows that I am in fact, let's even assume that everything they are saying is true. And I don't even want to convince them that it's not true. Let people who want to believe that everything that, if you go to the internet, you will see so many negative things written about me. Some of them say that I sleep with church members. Some of them say that I've slept with 20, 30 members. In fact, I had Iginla said that I slept with 30 or 300 members and 10 of them are pregnant for me. Ingila said that in microphone. I had it in my own ears. So, and then a lot of things are working, a lot of, documents and papers are working all over the internet. And I'm not removing them, because I could remove them if I wanted to. But I'm not removing them. Why? Because people will hear what is in them. People will respond to who they are. If you are like that, you will respond to that. If you have some dirt in you, some uncleanliness in you, that is what will attract you. But if you have the ear for truth, if you are a lover of truth, the truth that I carry is what you will see, is what you will embrace. But also, I want those things to remain out there so that I don't create the impression like the African pastors are preaching that they are perfect. Even if it is not true, let it be out there. I want people to know that I am not perfect, I'm human like them. Even all these accusations that people are saying right now, the reason I don't come to talk about it and I don't defend myself, let it be there. First of all, it exposes the people who are saying that, because let me tell you, Pastor Israel, sooner or later, God give us long life and God give them long life. They will all need me one day. Yeah. And it's not pride. They will say it is pride. Let them think it's pride. They can think anything they want. But they will all need me one day. And the fact that I am right now in Ukraine and limited, I'm not in Nigeria yet, it is also God's plan. Because if I've gone out and all my possibilities and resources would have been, I wouldn't have been able to discover and see what is inside people. And the people also who are following them, thank God that they are the people who believe them. Thank God that they believe them, because that is like, a sieve. So those lies and those rumors, they are sieving people around me. They are cleaning my environment, because those things will only attract, like magnet, only metallic people, people who are ionic, people who have some dirt, some element in them, something that is not pure. So I am glad that it's there. But also, I tell people, you are not following me. If you are following me, you are going to constantly get disappointed. And some people will say, we don't expect DSA like that. We are disappointed. You have to be disappointed, because DSA is not your father. It's not your Lord. It's not your Savior. You shouldn't have your faith in me. Have faith in Christ only. That is one of the things we are trying to bring to Africa. And when the situation with Suleiman happened, I did a whole video that this is why this kind of situation will never stop happening to men of God. It will keep on happening, so that our illusion that men of God are perfect or men of God are special in the sense that they will never be able to sin, so that it will be broken. We are all fallible. I am number one fallible. I am a sinner like everybody else, but I have grace. I've contacted God's grace. I'm trying my best. I'm a lover of God, lover of people. But I will never say follow me. It's not me you are following. I can say follow my faith, like Paul said. Follow me like I follow Christ. But don't put your faith in me. Put your faith in God. Build personal relationship with God. And I try my best in all my teachings to always talk about personal relationship. Personal relationship. That's why I don't take membership here. That's why I don't go to the groups. Even the groups that carry my name, I don't go in there. I don't go in there because I don't want people to worship me. Because I'm trying to avoid the same problem that people have in Africa. And I've been able to avoid it for 25 years here. Because there are tendencies like that even here, anywhere in the world. When you are a specially gifted person, people want to worship you. And I've successfully avoided that here. And I plan to avoid that in America, in Africa as well. So I did a whole series about love, where I was talking also about why love turns to hate. I told them in that teachings, people who have been following me know, that if you idolize me, God will allow you to see something in me that you don't like, and you will come against me. If you idolize me, God will allow something to happen, even me to do something that is wrong. And I'm capable of doing something that is wrong, that will make you mad, it's not about me. So now let's come back to your question about Evangelist Teresa. I heard about Evangelist Teresa 11 years ago, no, let me say 12 years ago, when she first left synagogue. So that time, she had a lot of problems. Even I didn't meet her eye to eye, but I met other disciples that left that coven, synagogue place. And I heard their story, and they also told me about, Teresa. So she needed help that time. Even though I never met her, I never set my eyes on her, I sent some help to her. Ask her. Since 12 years ago, I've been sending money to her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Do you say that you send help to her?
Did I say that what?
You send help to her.
Yes, but I'm not saying now. I'm saying since 12 years ago.
As far back as 12 years ago.
Yes. Yes.
But because her story never reflect that to anybody.
Yeah. So you ask her, she knows. She knows the truth. So that is the truth. So I heard that 12 years ago. So she kept on writing me over time. So later on, the last time she wrote me was last year. And she was saying, I wrote this book and I needed help. All Nigerian pastors don't want to help me to publish it. And, I need help. I said, no problem. So I sent my publisher here, Mr. Igor, he will tell you. My publisher here, I gave him to her to help publish that book. To help, do it on the internet, to help publish it on Amazon. Now, and I said, I am right now going through loss, because she wrote me again and said, the book needs to be published in Nigeria by cash. I introduced her to my publisher in Nigeria. And I told her, my publisher, that, I am right now going through this lawsuit and my accounts are blocked from here. I cannot access cash right now. I cannot access cash right now, but by February, I think the situation should be over. Once it's over, I am going to send you money to print that book. Then Raphael came to me and said, she also was telling me, I need a house, I need protection, but she was not asking for money directly. She only asked for money for the book, and I wanted to help her even without her asking. I'm ready to help her. But I put a book on my platform, on my blog. We reset the whole book for her. Anyway, that's out of consequence. But I want to help her, not because she asked, because I'm not just her. So then Raphael, they became friends with Raphael. So Raphael came to me and said, Pastor, he didn't know that she had been telling me that she has problem with the house and she has problem with security. So Raphael came to me and said, Pastor, I need you can you please help this sister, because we want her to get out of the country. So I calculated everything for myself. I said, okay, to get the visa, to get the ticket, to get all the arrangements done, to relocate her to another country, we will need, I didn't even tell her this, she doesn't know, but I calculated about $20,000. So in my own heart, I just tell them, don't worry, let this, my situation be resolved a little bit. I will help her. I didn't tell them any amount, but I said I will help her. But my own heart, I plan to give her $20,000. Now, somebody said, why don't you bring her to Ukraine? I said, I cannot bring her to Ukraine because I'm expecting, because I told her, I can invite you to Ukraine for HMT. And I'm ready to do that. But she said, she told me, if you invite me for HMT, I will not go back. I said, no, that is not going to work. Because if I leave you here, I myself will go back. I'm planning to go back to Nigeria. If I leave you here, you don't speak Russian, you don't speak Ukrainian, I cannot bring, so Ukraine doesn't work, then I cannot bring you to Ukraine. Let me, help you so that you go to the West. So I was planning to allocate in my own heart $20,000 to help her. But February came, and my situation is not been resolved yet. So I told them that, okay, I told her, and Raphael brought another girl, they call her Debbie. And he told me also that Debbie is from Mountain of Fire, and that it is the GO there that is paying for her apartment because of some things going on between the lady and the GO, Olukoya. And I said, okay, you need to prove this to me. So that lady sent some videos of some things that she had going on with Olukoya. And I said, I will not use this video, and I will not talk about it because it's revealing personal life of somebody else. I said, what I am about is not personal life. I just send those things to Mayowa. I said, Mayowa, you keep these videos. I don't need them. I will not use them because I don't want to talk about people's personal life. I just want to talk about doctrines. So I didn't use those videos that she sent. So, but I also told her that let's wait till February. I was thinking I would be able to give her that one at least $10,000 because Raphael said he's helping both of them the way he can, but just with maybe a few money, and that they needed more money. So I said I will help them. But February came, and now I'm thanking God. Before I was regretting, God, you make me look bad. These people would say I promised them and it didn't work out. I was feeling bad. But now, with what has happened, now I'm thanking. Now I see the wisdom of God. I even thanking God that God delayed and is delaying me and is not allowing things to work out my way. Because if things have worked out my way, I wouldn't have known the truth. I wouldn't have known what is in the heart of these people. I would have helped them, and they would have been good, everybody would have been fine, and I would have known that there is something there in the heart. So the next thing I saw from Pastor Evangelist Teresa, Johnson, is that she wrote me and said, you have disappointed me twice already this February. I said, disappointed you twice. Ukraine one, I didn't bring you. I could have brought you to Ukraine, but I didn't bring you because you said you will stay. And I explained to you, if you stay and I leave, it's going to be worse, and they will accuse me of that. So that is, you explained to you the reason. So she said that was number one disappointment. Number two disappointment, February has come and you have not given me the money. You have disappointed me twice. I said, Evangelist Teresa, if I am to reason the way you are reasoning, then I should say God has disappointed me too. Because it's a situation that is beyond my circumstance. I'm in court. In court is not something I control. I was hoping, and I told you. So, something happened, which I don't want to go into now, but if you ask me if to go into it, I will go into it later on. Something happened that was very bad that I heard about concerning Raphael and this other girl, the second one.
We'll get there. We'll get there, sir.
Yeah, but let me tell you what I'm saying, what I wanted to, why I mentioned that. Because, so Raphael came back to me and I told Raphael, cut the relationship with this girl. And because he said, no, will you still help her? I said, no, I will not help her. Because of these stories because of what is going on with her. I will not help her, and I will even block her because of what has happened between you people. And then he said, no, you have to help her. And that, what about Evangelist Teresa? I said, that other girl, I will not help her even if I have the money now. But for Evangelist Johnson, I will help her. It's my challenge. It's my personal challenge. I want to help her because I see the situation she is in. But because only the time factor. Now I couldn't do it this February, but before summer, by God's grace, things should change. I should be able to help her. But so that is about that one. So then he came and said, okay, I have decided to call people on the platform and create a group where we'll be gathering some little money to give to the lady. I said, I would not advise you to do that. I would have advised you to help her if you can, from what you can. But as soon as my own situation gets resolved, I will take that upon myself. So, but, that is about that one. The next thing I saw is that Evangelist Johnson, I went to her page because we are friends, and I didn't go to her page. When timeline, it shows where people. So I saw on her page a banner. She made a banner and said, she didn't put my name, but she said, the fact that you promised to help doesn't mean that you are a good person. Only when you fulfill your promise, then you could be a good person. That just promising without fulfilling your promise doesn't make you a good person. And that some people will just be promising, and breaking people's hearts. Okay. But I thank God for it. And I say, thank God to me. I don't see what you see, oh God. I see now the logic why you would allow me to be in the situation I am right now. So that is about Evangelist Teresa.
That is amazing. Thank you very much, Jesse. Personally.
But to say that I use Evangelist Teresa, I use her? I gave her the platform that I worked for the 30 years of my life. I put my reputation at stake. I told you people before, 2 months ago, about my personal friend that is a journalist. He works for TB Joshua. And, he's my friend, personal friend. TB Joshua called him to his place and showed him what I'm doing. I said, why is Pastor Sunday doing this? The man gave me so many attractive offers just for me not to have Johnson. I had to fight with this man. Even my friend, I lost him, and let me tell you, by losing that guy, what I've lost. The guy is a publisher in Nigeria. The guy was supposed to head my media newspaper outreach ministry when we get back home. We had agreement, and I lost that relationship because I insisted that I must give the platform to Evangelist Johnson.
These are things that people does not know. They only read comment and posts of people on Facebook, and they think, oh, he has used her, he has abandoned her, he has made advantage of her. Now she's on her own. And I think one of the interviews she had, she was the one who said by herself, which anybody can go back and check, that these are the things she wants to do for. She has even written the book about TB Joshua before she came on your platform.
That book was written 8 years ago or so, 10 or 8 years ago, and it was not going until I gave her the platform. Even she has been telling this story for 10 years or 12 years, and nobody was taking her. They buried her. She was gone until now when I brought her to the platform. And I am the one using her.
Let me also tell you what.
You know what? I am a journalist by training, and I got first class with distinction in journalism. But even without getting first class or without being a journalist, ask anybody what airtime costs. Airtime, just to get airtime audience, is the most. Why is Mark Zuckerberg the richest person in the world? Because he has audience, he has platform. Why is it that Bill Gates is the most important person, richest person in the world? Because he has platform. Why is it that people who have glow, and because they have platform? If you want to go on television, just television or radio now, and you want to broadcast your own program like that? Like 1.5 hours that I'm giving her to all the nations of the world? Let her, you go and ask how much it's going to cost. Who is using who? They don't pay you when you come on television like that. Unless they are adverts. When people are paying for it. But here on Facebook, nobody pays me for Facebook. I am the one spending money here on Facebook. Why should I pay you? I'm not even paying myself. I think I was doing you good. Now everybody knows her all over the world. If anybody should pay anybody, she should be paying me, not me paying her. I even got, because she was complaining about movement and security, I got one of my disciples in Nigeria who works in another state from where she is living, and that one comes back to the state. I don't want to mention the city she is so as not to expose her. That one comes back home, leaves his business, takes his car, leaves his business. You know what that means in Nigeria? You are living in another state in the far north, leaves that far north to come back to just make sure that evangelist gets a studio and gets transmission so that she could have internet to do good transmission here. This person, he didn't ask me for money, but he's spending his own money to do this for her. Because the person is my friend on this platform, I called him personally. Please, he said, I'm in the north. Please come back and help this woman. And that one was spending all his money. Oh.
Okay, yes, I thank you for clarifying that. Many people who does not know this before, I think we will get the other side of the story, and they can now choose what to believe. They can choose either to believe lies or to believe the truth. They can choose and understand that. Okay, one of the testimonies I also have about this thing is that I sell your book some time ago, and then people keep on calling me. More than 10 people called me to ask for a book from me. And these are people who get to know about a book on your platform. She's watching, she can even testify that I called her personally and said, Madam, will you mind producing your book in Nigeria? People are demanding for it. And then he said, okay, you have the soft copy on Amazon. Send me the link so that whoever asks for it, I will send it to them so that they can buy it on Amazon if you don't have a hard copy. These are things they will not write or talk about. All they will say is, I've been used. And if anybody thinks he suffered anything, sir, if anybody thinks he has suffered anything by coming on this platform to speak, and I want to say this before I go to the next question. Many people who come on this platform claim that this is something they want to do and they desire to do it. They also say that God even sent them to do it. Now you are given opportunity to do what you said God sent you to do. You are not saying you are being used. I don't understand. When I came on this platform and I started talking, if anybody has ever suffered anything among them, I suffer more than them. And I can tell them, bring out what you have suffered by coming out to speak, and I will tell you what I personally have suffered. I lost all my friends that I ever know in a pastoral friendship, all of them. To a point where it remained only me and my wife alone. But does that mean I have been used? I'm the one that say I have something to say now. I've been given the opportunity to say it. I should be able to embrace and accommodate what I come with it. Now, I believe that answer you have made and another explanation you have made, sir, is enough for anyone who dare to believe. And if you don't want to believe, it's not left to anyone to believe whatever they want to believe. Sir, I want to ask you, and I hope the next person I want to ask you about is Raphael. Raphael happened to be one of the most popular disciples that we all know on this platform. One of the most popular disciples that has followed you, and then he has done a lot of things that even most time you refer to him as a temple cleanser, idol smasher. Suddenly we discovered that idol is not smashing him instead of him smashing the idol. And then we say, all these things, this guy, when we start seeing what he was writing on his timeline, We were watching from afar. Suddenly, I asked him questions, and then the question wasn't palatable to him, so he blocked me. Then he made some videos yesterday, and I said, okay, I will need to ask this question. Raphael claimed that many people have been brought to you that you should help them, you refuse to help them. That you have an agenda, and that agenda alone is to favor you and you alone. DSA, will you mind clarifying what happened? And why Raphael, what is this that Raphael is hiding that we do not know?
You know, he told me that, he said he brought some people to me. Yes, he brought 2 people to me. And he is not the one who brought Johnson to me, but he brought the question, the situation that we should help her. He brought it to me, but not only him brought it to me. We have Blessing, Stephen Blessing also spoke to me about helping Johnson. Then, what was the name of our Liberian lady, warrior, the warrior, prayer warrior? Dagnet also brought that up to me. Several people brought the situation about Johnson to me, the need to help her. So I explained to them. They understood very well. And even with Raphael, he understood, I think, I hope, I thought, that he understood concerning Johnson. But in regards to the other girl, that is the other girl that I said he brought to me, the other girl. He just told me, he just called me one time and said, he wrote me and said, I need to talk to you. I said, right, I don't like to talk because I don't even have telephone. Because of that, I don't even have telephone. Because I've discovered that people who don't like to write what they want to say, just want to talk, they want to manipulate. So as a matter of principle, I just say, always write what you want to say. So I told him, write what you want to say. He said, no, I want to talk. Okay. So I said, okay, I cannot talk now. Can you write? He said, no, I will wait until you can talk. Okay. So I said, this guy is desperate, or maybe something happened. Okay. So I found time to talk to him. Then he said, there is a girl that is following him, who is his disciple. That's the way he described, on his platform. And her name is Debbie something. And that she had been a lover or so with Olukoya. And I said, hey, we are not talking about private issues. Please don't talk. Because he was doing a lot of videos about Olukoya at that time. So I told him, don't talk about this issue. Because, first of all, you don't have the proof. He said, he has the proof that the girl sent him videos. And I said, still, we don't talk about personal something. So he promised me, he said he would not talk about personal thing concerning Olukoya, but he will only do the doctrine something. Okay, good. But he said, but there is a need because of the relationship that the girl had with the GO there. The man, the GO, was paying for the house of the lady and sponsoring the 3 children to school as well. But that one day, somebody reported to that GO that this girl commented on Raphael's timeline program and praised what Raphael was saying when Raphael was saying something negative about the man. So the man now got crossed with her and said, I'm going to evict you from this apartment where I gave to you. And I'm not going to be paying for your children anymore. This is the story from Raphael. I don't know if it's true or not. But that's the story. And Raphael said, I don't have money to help her. I help her a little bit with the little money that I have, but to help her big time, maybe we will need to get her. And I said, oh, if that is the case, maybe we could do the same thing that we are trying to do for Johnson to her. Send her out of the country, give her money to survive, set her up, get her a passport, get her a visa, get her, set her up in another country. I said, I'm trying to do that for Johnson, and I will not mind to do that for her as well. So, but Raphael went to Nigeria, I think, in November and December or so. So he came back, and in January, I got a call from 2 of our DSA family people. All of you people will know them, and you can ask them this story. Charles Adeniji, I had a program with him a few days ago from Canada. You know Charles Adeniji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they did a group call. They said, DSA, we need to talk to you urgently. I said, I'm in solitude. I was in solitude that time. I said, I'm in solitude now. I cannot talk. Let's talk next week. Next week, they were calling me back again. I said, DSA, Charles Adeniji and Paul Akinpelumi. You know Paul Akinpelumi as well. Okay, two of them said, we need to talk to you urgently. So I got to talk, I entered that group, so we spoke. So they were telling me that there is this girl that spoke to them about affair she was having with Raphael when Raphael was in Nigeria. And that the girl said she was even pregnant for Raphael and did abortion for him when he was in Nigeria. And that broke my heart. And the reason it broke my heart is because Raphael came to my platform to say that it is because he was listening to me. That is why he had left the wife. And the wife had stayed away from him. He had stayed away from the wife maybe for 4 years or for a few years. And that he would listen to my teachings on love, and that he needed to repent and go back to his wife. And he testified on this platform. Everybody who will remember, or you can find the video, you will hear it. He testified twice. And he went back to the wife and reconciled again. So this wife believed him and decided to take him home to the parents so that they would do traditional introduction or something like that. And in the same process, you are going to have an affair with another girl in that same little trip. So I was thinking, are you sure it's true? I was asking Paul and Charles, are you sure this is true? Have you spoken to Raphael? They said, yeah, we spoke to Raphael and he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it? Okay. And but they are saying that is not even the matter right now. That's not the problem. Because the problem is that the girl kept on talking to other people too. The girl talked to not just them, but he talked to other people on the platform too. He's spreading the news. And that even if it is true that happened, but why is she spreading the news? So, and that, okay, I said I will handle it. So they told me, DSA, we also heard that the girl told us that I'm expecting some money from DSA. That DSA promised me money. Because, the GO of, Mountain of Fire will evict me from this place, and I would, GSA, they are waiting for February to come. This was in January. And these people told me, Charles, ask Charles and Paul. They can call in maybe to confirm this. They told me, DSA, please don't send that money to her. I said, even when the money has not come, they said, don't spend, even when it comes, don't send the money to her. I said, why? They said, because if you send the money to her, she will also use that as one of her proofs, that she will say, okay, you have been having, and I have already accusations like this, that, oh, maybe DSA is having something with me, and that's why he sent money to me. And that even if it is true what happened between him and Raphael, why should she be sending it? It means she's dangerous. They were even thinking that she was sent and she was planted on our platform to cause this kind of things. So I said, okay, I got it. So we agreed that I should block her. They said, block her, DSA, block her. So I said, okay, I will do that, just for that, not to give her any chance. Then she began to write me because Raphael had called her to speak to her that, why did you tell Paul and Charles about the thing that happened, and that now DSA will not give you the money. I will tell DSA not to give you the money, and so he will not give you the money. So she later started calling me and said, DSA, is it true you will not give them? So in that process, they came back together as best friends with Raphael. Again, like they started relating. So I told Raphael, I said I would talk to Raphael. So I called Raphael. I said, Raphael, is it true? You say, well, it is because she's angry. She thought when I came back to Nigeria, I was going to dispose her. But it's not true. But it's just that she came up with that story so that I would not leave her. So he didn't confirm it to me. But these other guys said he didn't deny it to them. But he didn't also deny it really right outrightly. He was just saying, well, it's because she's angry. She thinks I will leave her. So I said, Raphael, please leave her. Please. Even if it is true, God will forgive you. We will forgive you. Everything is okay. But don't stop the relationship. Don't break the heart of your wife. She had started living her own life before. And now you came back to her. You are going to break her life the second time. She said, she will not get to hear about it. She will never hear about it. I said, but other people will hear, other people have heard about it, and they might get to, no, she will not hear. Okay. But I said, but cut the relationship with this girl. Oh, I cannot cut the relationship. What's the problem? Cut the relationship now. No, I cannot, because she's a little baby. She's new convert. She's not strong. She's immature. I said, I have cut the relationship. When he heard that I cut the relationship, he started begging me, please don't cut the relationship. I said, I have cut I will cut. Then I called the lady off. The next thing, Raphael is writing me, I must talk to you. I said, what happened? So he said, DSA, what about the money? Will you not give her the money? I said, no, I will not give her the money. No, please, DSA, give her the money, please. You help her. I said, I have cut her. I will not do that, because what he has done to you shows that she is toxic. I've already look at stories about me all over. She will come up with another story too. Even you are saying it's not true. Well, even if it is true, what is talking about you is not a wrong. Is a wrong attitude. So he was begging me, please, no, unblock her, please, don't. I said, what is your own interest? You yourself, not even me, you're supposed to cut her first. You are the one to cut her first. He said, no, because she's a new convert, she will not. You understand? So I just say, okay, that's it. So once Raphael saw that I was not going to do anything, he was not communicating with me, but everything was okay. The next thing I saw, this girl went and did a video. And in that video, and she started writing some things also, and said, DSA wrote me and asked for my nude pictures. And then to support her proof, she now went and looked for one post that one girl, Flair from France or something, did. But the girl from France, she was saying, I asked for a picture. Yes, I did, but I didn't ask for a nude picture. She didn't even say nude, but she was communicating it, writing it in such a way as if it was nude, but it was not. With this picture, I showed my wife, and everybody said, so why is she complaining about picture? Because she was trying to put people in deception that it was nude picture. But I showed the picture, just normal picture. Because they were why did I ask for a picture? Because I didn't wanted to know who is Flair out of the three. Because she had three ladies under something there. I wanted, which one is you? That's why I asked for a picture. Which one is you? Anyway, don't worry about that. So she went and took that and said, hey, you see, that Flair gave that accusation against DSA, and now this one. And if you want in the internet, you will find anything you want in the internet. So she won that and started saying that. So I called Raphael. I wrote Raphael and said, Raphael, but you know the truth. Which nude picture? What is he talking about? She said, yeah, Raphael started telling me, DSA, she just got angry. It's not, she didn't mean it. And she didn't mean it, but she has wrote it on the Facebook. And she has done video about it. No, well, it's because she's angry that I will talk to her. So he said he spoke to her. He came back to me and said, well, it's because she said she came to me, opened up about her affair with the other GO, and that I didn't help her. That she was expecting that I would help. And that DSA, that's why I told you not to block her. And that's why I told you, not to block her and to assist her, because otherwise, that's why she will be doing this thing. I say, so you will not even tell her to not stop telling lies? Raphael. She said, DSA, I told you, the only thing is you have to unblock her. And help her. I said, Raphael, I cannot help in this area. I said, if that's what you are insisting that I will do, and she's betraying God Almighty, that I'm not a past GO like the Nigerian GOs. So Nigerian GOs, they don't, I told in the Elijah challenge, you remember, I said they don't know God. But this one, I'm a friend of God though. If you people want to blackmail just because of that, God will speak, and it's going to be bad for you. I never even knew you were going to come up with this because I was not going to speak. So I just left it like that. But I went back to Paul and Charles, and I told them, see what Raphael, you people told me to block the girl. Thank you for saying it though. Because if I had not done that, I wouldn't have known that this is what is inside them. And then the next week, what I saw is Raphael started criticizing, attacking me for books, that I'm selling books. These books that I don't even get back 5% of what I put inside. All these books that I'm selling, they are not, it's not covering even 5% of how much I spend. I am paying more money for designers, for publishers, for writers, for editors, than the book itself is costing right now. So, and he's talking about it and all that, writing. So I sent it to Pastor Wellington. I said, Pastor Wellington, you are friends with Raphael. See, is what happened now. He said, Pastor Wellington said, I just spoke to him this morning and told him, come back to your senses. And he said, okay. The next thing I saw before evening, Raphael started writing even more things to attack you. So I said, because if he's going to be writing against me like this and he's coming to me, I'm going to block him. And then Wellington said, you don't have any option because he's going to keep on distracting you. That's why I blocked him. Even though despite the thing he was doing, I didn't even block him. The same thing with Johnson. I didn't even block her too. But Johnson started and went and take the thing the lady was using, the story about the flare, about everything, and started telling me and writing me, if why is this thing coming out? What kind of story is this? Why is this thing coming out? I said, it's not the first time you are asking now. If you want to talk, let's talk. I said, I just knew because I had seen the message, the thing she was writing. I just said, these people are just evil. So I didn't write. I didn't reply. Then she wrote something else. I didn't even bother to write. I just said, no. These people, they have shown me whoever they are already. And it's time to block them. So that's why I blocked her too. So that is what happened. And, it's not something in the secret. This is something in the open. And that's why I could talk about it right now. Because it's something in the open. This information I gave about Raphael is already in the internet. It's in the open. Other people are telling me about it. It's already in the open. So I'm not saying any secret. And I'm not defaming him.
Thank you, DSA. I appreciate. I think this program today, the objective is already been achieved. Or let me say, we are achieving it. The objective is nothing but for us to force out your whole side. I know personally that you will not come online and talk about it. And you want everyone to say whatever they want to say and believe whatever they want to believe. And then I personally thought that, no, if DSA will not come online and talk about it, I should be able to force him to talk about it, right? So that when somebody hear him or hear she or hear whoever they want to hear, they can come back and also hear this one. Then you can now sit down and say, okay, this man has mentioned date, time, names of people that you can verify the information from. And you can compare and contrast and say, okay, let me also call this person. Is it true? And I think this alone will help many who devil want to blow away to come to their mind and understand that this is not. I was talking to somebody, I said, maybe these people has this mindset of this is a medium of business. Maybe they have business. Maybe this is a business, I don't know. Maybe it's me that I'm not seeing the business part of it. Because how will somebody, because he spoke on a platform, now demanding for money? Which money? Is it pay me that I talk or? I don't understand. So I think this will help many people. It will help many followers. And I know that when people start calling me, they will begin to also thanking you for taking time to explain really what has happened.
Yeah, this week it has really been very. I've really had some, thoughts. Because I think this is a mini something of what will happen in Nigeria, and believe me, I'm in trouble if these are people that I'm going to be meeting in Nigeria, but I'm a fighter, and I'm determined to weather the storm. Because in Nigeria, believe me, when I go to Nigeria, I'm going to have resources. Because by the time I get to Nigeria, my access would have been unblocked. And I'm going to have enough resources to help as many people as possible. But I'm now afraid that people will be getting my money and be using it to kill me. People will be getting my help and be using it to destroy me. I don't get it. And people might even be coming to me just because of that. So and I thank God that Mayowa is still around. Maybe she will be able to help me, because she's been telling me things that I don't just give money out like you are doing. Don't just this, she is very strict. And my wife, because my wife just thinks that I am incurably, open-hearted and trusting, and that it's impossible to cure me. She's been trying to cure me for the past 25 years. She couldn't do it. But I think Nigeria is what will cure me. Because this time, when I heard when that you are talking about somebody using, that I am using them, I'm thinking, how can I be giving you things and now you are turning it around? You use me, now I'm the one using it. I was just thinking that, and somebody wrote to me and said, you can, because I said I can die for Nigeria. They don't die for Nigeria. This Nigerian, they don't deserve it. I was like, is this person right? Because this one is even very glaring. I want to save your marriage. I said, get out of that. I didn't even blame him. I didn't point accusing finger at him. I didn't even tell my wife about Raphael. He said the wife didn't know. I said, no problem. But stop that relationship. I didn't even do any. I'm not even telling him you must do it, or I will do something. I was just doing that, telling it as a friend. And now he's having a whole big list of all my sins, that I'm not perfect. Oh wow, you didn't know I was not perfect before? Definitely I'm not perfect. Oh, definitely I'm not perfect. But so you had all those things inside you before, when you were saying sir. That's why I say people shouldn't use sir for me. Oh, I am your follower, I'm your disciple. I say, no, don't follow me. Follow truth. Follow Jesus. Build your personal relationship. Where did you get all that dirt from? But you see, people don't see reality. They don't see things as they are. They are seeing life as they are. Everybody has his own glass. If you are when we were small, we used to wear those colorful glasses, Google glasses like this, rubber glasses, yellow, green. So I realized that when you wear the green color of glass, everything around you will be green. Even though the thing itself is red or is yellow, but because you are wearing green, so that is the way we all live. We are all wearing one color according to our value system, according to our worldview. We see reality not the way reality is. We see reality the way we are. So I discovered that those people who are following him, who are believing him, is because that is who they are. That is what is inside them. They recognize themselves in each other and they fund one another.
Yes, do you know this program is supposed to be, when I'm starting that program properly, it's going to be the mindset of Nigeria.
Yes.
And then one of the topics I have already that we are going to deal with is about give me money before I will do it. That is mindset that I'm going to expose you to, that you know that Nigerians is not people you come and waste and give your resources to. They just want free food, free money. And when you get to that mindset, you understand that mindset very well, you know that we don't need money. We have enough. What we really need is we individuals that should be first and foremost change before it can even give us any money. But that is not the topic to discuss today. I have a topic on it that deal with that mindset, so that we can understand the way Nigerians think when it comes to free food, free meal, free money. Bring your project, I will sponsor it. People will come with fantastic. They will go and borrow money, take loan to consult a professional to write a fantastic proposal just to get that money out, and then to buy the latest car. But that's not the topic today. And I want to say that with the explanation you have given over what happened and then what led to the actions of Evangelist Teresa, Raphael, individual who think or believe in lies, have an opportunity now to choose within truth or lie. They have opportunity now to know what has really transpired that is not up out there, because you will not play the dirty game. You will not jump on TV on the platform and say, okay, this person who is speaking this. I remember even yesterday when you had asked Dr. Sunday, you even lay a prayer that you pray for Raphael that the hand of peace will be upon him. Who does that?
And even day before yesterday, when I started my series on Paelting, I was still using him, even despite the fact that I had blocked him. I was still using him as an example. I was still using him as an example of as idol smasher. I was talking about him as. Then the next day, he was doing a video about me. I was praising him throughout that video.
That is exactly what we are trying to say here, so that people can have understanding that there's more to this. This movement is not about you personally, sir. It's not about you, as I've said most times. It's about the truth that must always prevail. It's about the truth. Whoever is involved does not matter, but the truth must be the focus of everybody. And when the time comes that you say, DSR disappointed me, one of the questions I asked him was that made him to block me. I said, sometimes ago, you said God spoke to you to follow DSA. I said, do you mean that your God did not know that he was not a perfect man? Do you mean that your God does not know he is a sinner? Do you mean that your God is not informed that this man is not right to be followed? How come that your God suddenly changed voice? So it was like, okay, me, I'm using capital letter for DSA, I'm using small letter for God. I said the God I'm referring to is not Almighty God. I'm referring to the God that smacked your head instead of you smacking that God's head. So he got angry and he blocked me. And these are the confusions that I don't understand about people. That you said this is what God said. You said God told you now. And this is God that has seen the person before he instructs you to follow this person. So did God not see you well? Is there any secret we don't know about that God did not know? Why would God now tell me to follow a man that he knows that I will be disappointed by him later? That is exactly what I want to pass through, and I want everybody to understand here.
And it's a good thing that this is happening. Let people be disappointed if they are putting their faith in man. Either it's DSA or anybody, we should not put our faith in man. Even if anybody is watching me right now is putting their faith in me and their trust in me, they will be disappointed. I'm telling you ahead. And I've done videos about that already. Even if nothing happens, even if there is nothing there, God will cause something to happen. Every idol must be smashed, including if DSA is an idol. So that's why these kind of things will happen. Because our relationship, our attachment must be only with God. And one thing I would like to say, why did I insist? I mean, not insist, but advise Raphael to go back to the wife. I already told you that they were already living separately. But another thing I didn't say, which I think I have to say right now, is that when he came to me and said, I'm going back to my wife after listening to your teachings, I told him, are you sure? He said, yes, I'm convinced I love her. I said, maybe you should rather leave her alone and marry another person. He said, no, I'm sure this is. Then, you know what happened the next day? Or 2 weeks, or a day after, or a few days after, a woman wrote me from Nigeria and said, I am Raphael's lover. And that, not this debut, another one, no. And he has promised to marry me. And now he said he started to listen to you. And now he will not marry me again. He wants to go back to the wife. I want to commit suicide. And Raphael himself didn't even know, doesn't know up to today what I did. What I had to do, the work that I had to do to save the life of that girl. And to bring her back to her sanity. I didn't tell anybody. He doesn't even know. Because she was going to cause trouble for him. And she was going to kill herself, maybe. She was so distraught. So I know that after all that kind of thing, and this other woman, the wife, already believed in him, it's going to be devastating for her. It would have been better for him not to even have come back. And since he put my name there and said it's because of my teachings, I thought it would be good for me to, tell my advice, even though we don't force people here, but at least to advise. But because I blocked the lady, I became an enemy.
Okay. So you blocked the lady is actually the source of.
Maybe I blocked the lady and I didn't give the money, definitely. Two things.
Okay. So for those who are listening now and who are following this.
So we never had any disagreement with Raphael about anything. Not about anything. He never challenged me about anything. He never corrected me about anything.
Never challenged you about your personal life. Never said you are too arrogant. He never called you that.
No.
You are a liar. He never called you that to say, DSA, you don't go for solitude. You don't even pray. Because yesterday was sent on the video that you don't pray.
No.
And now, the only reason why he thinks you are now a bad man is because you block the woman he slept with in Nigeria that he wanted to finance to be financing the woman while he is the one sleeping with the woman, and then you want to drag it to his own problem. So he will be enjoying the woman and you will be the one paying for it. And you decided to block him. Now you have become a liar, you have become that and that. And I think this.
How does he know that I don't go for solitude? Does he live in my house? The fact that I come to do,
you don't pray.
Because I come to do my live broadcast because of you, because of people like him. I come out of solitude every evening to do my something just for you people not to be let down and disappointed. He's now using that again against me. And I thought I was doing it for them. People here, look at people. This whole room here is full of people who know when I go on solitude. They live in my house. Africans are even here. I didn't even know he would. How come he's coming up with stories like that? Anyway, God bless him.
Those are the things.
No, he never challenged me about anything before. The only thing, he didn't even challenge me about this. The only thing was about this girl. I shouldn't block. I should give her the money.
But unfortunately, this guy did not mention this story in his video yesterday. He didn't speak anything in relation with this. Meanwhile, I have first-hand information about this before now.
Oh, so you heard about it too?
Of course now. I'm not hearing it from you. I'm confirming it from you.
Oh.
I'm not hearing it from you. I'm confirming it from you.
It don't reach you?
I don't reach me. So he didn't come out to say, this is what I did. He only went there and said, I am sorry, I'm going to apologize to this person, because I did not know before now that this person is just manipulating, he's just using people. And I was looking like, okay, what about? I was waiting patiently to hear him say, even my girlfriend that I brought to him, he did not assist him. He didn't say that. He only talked about you doing this and this. Innocent Magaji became a star overnight because of his video yesterday. He mentioned the guy name that an atheist had a conversation with you, and that atheist today has not received Christ. And the guy now came on his platform, Innocent Magaji came on his platform and said, who are these people? He said 250 friend requests in 9 hours. And people are saying, you are not a star. Raphael has mentioned your name yesterday. This is a guy that today confirmed and he began to believe in the existence of God because he knows DSA. And you know, if you know him very well, he's an intelligent guy, very, very intelligent. He doesn't blab. He has solid brain, not.
So what is bad? What is bad about me trying to answer the question of an atheist? Is he not a human being?
Well, sir, when you don't have anything to say, you just look for something. He just looked for something. Somebody came last HMT who said what got him attracted to me was because he saw an advertisement that you want to have a talk with atheists. That program converted that brother who came for the last HMT that was testifying that he had been seeing your video and he was discarding it. But when he saw that you and atheists want to have a conversation, he said, oh, now I want to listen because I know atheists, they are not wrong. So I want to know what this guy want to say. And that was the opportunity through which this guy got the light is working in now. So that conversation with that guy brought more blessings than what this guy was saying. He never came online to say, I have this person that I needed him to send money to, and he refused to send money. He was saying things that he has never complained or challenged over. I think many people who said they are idol smasher or temple cleansers, I think personally that their life need to be clean first before they can clean the temple. And I also think personally that they also have idols that need to be smashed before they can say they want to smash any idols. So that's exactly what I have personally. I have other people's name here, which I think it may take more time, which I will because of other programs that are coming up. And I would think people want to call in to also say their own part and a view or contribute to this discussion.
Yes,
Anyone is out there.
The time is already up, of course. So let's give people who want to call in. And you know the way to call in is to go to Facebook Messenger and look for move agents, and then write that you want to call. Just write or send in your, SMS or message that you want to call in, and then we will call you back. Yeah, so you want us to receive calls, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think there will be, while we are waiting for the calls, I will make some announcements. Okay, now while we are waiting for the call, I want to make some announcements. The first announcement is about this book here. People don't like me talking about books, but I have to, because this will bring liberty and freedom to our people. The book is called System Building, the key to resolving every problem and to solving to attaining every goal. Okay, I think we have a caller already. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Shegun Fatuma.
Oh, wow. It's been a long time, my brother.
Yeah, it's been a long time because I've been traveling. I've been at UK. Since,
I heard that you are making a lot of progress in East Africa.
Yes.
I don't know if that is true.
I'm actually in the US at the moment.
Wow.
The last 3 months.
Nice to hear your voice again, sir.
I'm sorry, I've not been following up, but today I was very fortunate to listen to this conversation, and it's really a very sad story indeed.
Yeah.
In fact, my heart is really breaking to hear that.
Yeah.
And my surprise is that DSA, you have fought lions and
Yes.
dragons. So there's no reason at all to be worried about issue like this.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is not non-issue.
Okay.
There are more issues that you've already fought, even in Ukraine,
Yes.
and even on this platform. These are just people, and if you look at the comments that people have been saying, human beings are just human beings. Even though Nigerians are a bit different, it's like you have so much trust on people.
Yes.
Yeah. So the trust is firing on you.
Yeah.
And so I think that you should not even worry about it. So what has started me to look at listen today is the story of the topic that says that DSA, so what DSA has done. So I think that the platform that you have has been very beneficial to many. I was one of the people that had the opportunity of being on a platform maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah, you are one of the first ones.
Yes. And that has paid off. I came to Florida here, University of South Florida, in February. 2 professors, one professor, they knew about my book that I wrote.
No.
Yeah, they told me about the book. They told me that, they knew about the book. So there was no way, for example, I would have written any book if I have not listened to you for 1 year. There was no way I would have funded a foundation if I have not listened to you, for example.
My
so
God.
your platform has paid off to many people. And there's no reason to be worried about if one person or two person or three person are discouraged. It doesn't really, I don't think that we should worry about that.
Okay.
And I think that DSA should be prepared for more people, even your best of disciples, for them to leave. It should just happen.
Yes.
So I think that the focus should just be there. Focus on what God has sent you to do, and go ahead and do it, sir.
Wow.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Wow. Wow. Your voice is the voice of God, my brother. Thank you so much. And just the way Shegun has said it now, that don't hold on to anybody. And it's true, I'm not holding on to anybody. They said I'm blocking people. That is because I want to show that I'm not holding on to anybody. I don't need anything from anybody, from you. So that's why I only welcome people here who want to learn. If you don't want to learn, you want to cause havoc and chaos, I'm going to block you. Just for you to know now, I don't need you 1,000 times. If you need help, if you need assistance, if you think this place could benefit you, please, you are welcome. But if you are coming here to cause problem, I'm going to kick you out. And I'm not holding to anyone. And I also advise everybody not to hold on to me, hold on to Christ. Yes, sir. What were you saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I actually want to also add to that issue of book. May I say that those books have to be announced more and more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to plan a program with you, sir, where it will only be for advertising book. And I'm thinking of that topic that I will come up with, where we have to advertise those books. Reason is simple. We are as backward as this because we don't value those informations.
I'm sorry. I think we have a call already. Hello?
Hello, DSA.
Yes, sir. Oh, you have, is that Peter?
Yes, Peter.
You are a bit far from your microphone. Please, don't speak through Bluetooth. Speak directly into the telephone. Hello? Hello?
Hello, are you hearing me now?
It's not very good. We hear you, but it's not very good.
Okay, I've already moved from I was the first step of my house. The internet is not
now
good.
It's good. Now it's good. Now? It's good now.
Yeah. Good evening, DSA.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I just want first of all to appreciate you, your strength, your power. Your God has sent you. No man can stop it. You know, let me just first of all start with this. This week, around Tuesday or Monday, I can't really remember. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
Hello?
We hear you, sir.
So I was rushing to take my shower because I work in the morning shift. So I just put on, I saw that our brother Raphael was on the program. And because I do listen to him too, because we are all the same family. So I just saw, before I entered the shower, I was just looking at the message because I haven't had anything. I used to watch him when he's spirit. He was just talking about some people don't keep their promise. They say something that they don't do it, they don't keep it. So I was like wondering. That video was not too short, was not too long. It was about 15 minutes video thereabout. He said he was just on the shower. God just spoke to him and he should do this video quickly. So I was contemplating in my spirit, and my spirit just little. Is it this boy? Something is wrong with this my brother now. My mind was just telling me that he's talking because I haven't really. It's just now I'm hearing what is happening. I don't listen to those things. I say, it's a confirmation of what I was thinking, that what is wrong. This guy, the way he make this video, it's like he's pointing to my spirit, just telling me that he's pointing to you or something like that. But I have not heard anything. But all said and done, I'm hearing today, for me, DSA, you have been doing your best. You have been doing everything possible humanly to do for us. For me, I'm free. And there's no side talk. There's no side talk I will hear about you because we are human. Because I have read your book that you have said you have given so many points of people or life, human being. We are human. It's only God that is perfect, for example. But you have it in mind that some people will like to accuse you. Even his prayer. Anybody that just prays that people should not poison my mind, me that is speaking right now, because these people are out there. because they don't want the good. They don't want they will do their best. They will use disciples. They will use so many avenues. They will use so many people. But people should be very careful so that they are not being misused, or they are not being used against this platform, against this movement, because God, Almighty God, appointed this hour, this time, for this mission, for this reformation of Nigerian project on our churches. If any man they want to use him and give their life or give their heart to the devil to use, I just pray that God should revise them back, because it's not going to be good. Because I'm not a pastor, I'm not a prophet, I'm not an evangelist, but I can feel the liberation. I can feel how your words, when you sit it down there, when I look at you only for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I can feel the presence of God. I'm not praising you, but I'm just telling you how I feel. And I know the kind of conscience, the kind of spirit that I have, that people that because of, let me say, I just pray. I don't know, because I want you to pray for Brother Raphael. God should just touch his heart. Because if you look at it, DSA, I learned that it was Brother Raphael that introduced Ayelara. Use the brother Ayelara
Yes,
for.
he introduced him. Nina da Costa.
Okay, I learned that because I know what that did sometimes ago.
I didn't know that Ayelara. He called me and said, "Please bring this person to the platform." I said,
"Okay,
no
now
problem."
I just want to get, because as I'm talking to you, it just dropped in my spirit. He introduced Brother Ayelara. Then she introduced this lady that they want to use is a planting. He knows it. As our brother Pastor Israel have already explained, he can use you to fund his own mission or something like that. But I still want God to him to go back to his knees and just pray for forgiveness. I pray for that he have done something wrong. He don't have to come to you to say you have to pray for you to forgive him. Let him go to God and tell God to forgive him. And
I've been praying for him every day, actually.
I pray that God should touch him, because I see him that very day. I just feel that something is wrong. I cannot really say, because I have not called him once. We have not been communicating. I have not. Sometimes I write on his when he's doing his program, just commend him too. But that very afternoon, this past week, I just feel that something is wrong somewhere. And my spiritual leader, is he against DSA or so, or against DSA family? That is because it's immediately I will just say no. It can't be. I was just telling myself like that. But all the same, I just want everybody.
There is a sister on the platform that we have, Kati, I think Kati Shika, yeah? And okay. she came to me and said, DSA, please forgive him. I said, oh, no problem. I'll forgive him, and I will forgive him, even if he doesn't ask for forgiveness. And she said, I will talk to him, because she said she saw a revelation or a vision that Satan was going to attack that guy, and that he's under attack, that I should. So I said, okay, but let's wait for the fruits. Let's see if he's, So she said she spoke to him. But after she spoke to him, he turned around and did worse. And then she came back to me. She came back to me and said, Pastor Sunday, I'm sorry. That guy is not repentant. He's on his own.
He opened his heart, because I just tried to establish a fact just now. He introduced Aguilara. He introduced this lady again, and he should check himself very well if he's sincere to himself, because if he have really listening, and if he's truthful and honest to himself, and being honest to himself, be truthful to himself, because I have checked, they say, I don't know, people, this is one of the things that the challenge that you will face. People will come, they will be asking money. What Sister Maiwa is telling you is true. We should not. Nigeria is for that aspect of vampire of money. They any team they have styles. So there will be a strategy, because your delay in Ukraine, I saw it a long time ago, is a purpose for you to delay, to know many things that you don't know, to have many secrets in your heart. Because there was one time, I just want to say it now, I had a dream you were in Nigeria. That was last year, July. I wanted to say it 2 times when you were doing a video call face to face. That period you wanted to do a video call, I tried to call. It didn't get to my turn that very day, and that dream have repeated itself 3-4 times. There was a victory, but there's no man. There will be a challenge. You have gone past through this,
there will be a challenge. There will be a time they want to break you down. I was sharing with a friend a couple of days ago. I said one thing that really amazed me since I started watching you. I said, I would think, what is the next step now? Are we going to be? I said, before I think the next step or what you're going to do, I said, you will just bring out on that program. Something will just turn again. There will be, I said, that is God. And that my friend is not watching you now. That my friend, I said, that is hand of God. Because everybody, it is where our own thinking, where we think our level of thinking, that is where your own, God will give you another vision, another way to come up again. Because it's not just this mission, it's not just a child's play. There are people, vampires, there are people that don't want this thing to work. There are people, even that there are some people that will still fall out. There are people that are still talking that will, the day you did the last HMT, the last day that I spoke, during that period, my mind was telling me, even among those people that were sitting there, some people, I can't specify. My spirit tells me that some people from there will still challenge. That was that very day. That was around February or so. My spirit just tell me immediately, but I just want to hold it. I said, I know this thing, all these things challenge will come, all these situations come. But one thing I want to tell you, DSA, you are already a victorious by the strength and the power that God will give you, by the authority that you have. When man, truly, sincerely person that have the fear of God, watch you sitting down there, something will strike his heart. There will be something that will break that person's heart and submit to the presence of God immediately, not to submit to you as yes, but submit to the presence of God and feel the presence of God in his heart. Many people have freed, many people is going to free, and there will going to be a transformation, and no talk of any man that can stop it. Because people want to hear evil, people want to hear the bad side. That is what people want to hear, and that is exactly what Brother Raphael have fallen to. But I pray that God should change his heart. I pray that God should revive him back and come to his senses. Thank you, DSA.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much. Yeah. But the good thing is that people like, the first caller, Shego Fatuma, he said he has written a book, and if he has not come to the platform, he wouldn't have even written that book. And that even his professors over there in the US, that they have even heard about his book. More so, he said even the mission that he's doing now in Africa and all over the world is sending people to school, getting people from the street. He said he wouldn't have been doing it if he had not come to the platform. So that means, thank God. Hello? I think we have a caller, right? Are you sure we have a caller? Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Good evening, Pastor.
Oh, right.
Hello, good evening, sir.
That's Chioma from Nigeria.
Pastor Sunday, I'm really so heartbroken. I saw this video yesterday.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't want to watch it. But out of curiosity, I said, let me even hear what this guy is saying. And I decided to dash in 2 hours of my data. I sat down and I watched him, and I heard nothing but a baby talking. But now you've explained to me that his wife has not been with him. I now understand where his problem is. Because if he lives with a woman, he will know how to talk. He doesn't have any points to make. And I want to say to everyone that is on this platform now, I've been following Pastor Sunday for about 2 years plus now. And I would want to let you know that if you have not disciplined yourself to sit down, go into the YouTube and go and listen to minimum of 200 of these teachings. You are not listening. You have not heard him. And I'm not talking about listening one time. I'm talking about repeated listening and going to solitude with those messages. You do not know this man you listen to. Pastor Sunday came down to our level. I was in Ukraine last year. Since I went to that place and came back, I have not recovered from that visit because I met people that this man has impacted. I saw the work that he had put into people. I didn't even need to sit down with him. I went on my own, I interviewed people, and I saw the transformation he had done in the lives of people. And I asked myself a question: how many years have I spent in this world? What have I done with my time? What have I done with my life? I tell you, since I came back, I made a seat for myself in a particular location in my house, and I have been studying. Who are these people that are talking? They don't know this man. Raphael said he has not met him. but it's just talking off point. Pastor, what I want to encourage you is this. People are going to come, more people will go, but see, this message that you have planted in them, you know, even Raphael, some of the things he's doing now on the platforms, these are the things he has learned from you. You know, when you spoke on the HMC of 25 years, how to plan your life for the next 25 years, because things I've been following you, honestly, I've not really understood. In my life, I've not seen a man like this before. But as I listen to you, I get to understand the motive behind the things you're doing. You are just modeling the life of Jesus to us. You are just modeling that example. Yes, we have a Bible that we are reading, but we are just reading empty stories that we can't even interpret. But one man came here to give us that model and that sample because he brought himself down. Have you seen this man? Have you seen his products? Do you know him? You don't know anything about him. Since I came back, I cannot even pick up my phone to call him like I used to, because I tell myself I'm not even really worthy to be talking to those persons. I need to go and upgrade myself with the information that he has made free of charge to the world. And people are coming here talking rubbish because he brings himself out here, things that Jews cannot do. He's giving an Ask Pastor Sunday life. People are calling in, asking us sorts of questions. They are calling him by his name. He's saying Adelaja. In fact, honestly, I was so pissed when I listened to that thing. But Pastor, I just want to encourage you with this words and let you know that nothing will stop this transformation work that has started. Yes, you are there in Ukraine doing this mighty work globally. This work you have started, it is moving. I am the one, I receive calls from people, calls from strange men, people that are telling me, oh God, I really want to sit down under this man's teaching. They may not call into your program. They may not even come online to listen to what you're saying, but the impact of your teaching is reaching them. Don't be discouraged. God himself is raising his own army for you. So yes, they can come, they can go. They will come pick your brain and say Jesus is their mentor. Jesus is their mentor. For 40-something years of their life, they have been reading the Bible. They did not receive mentorship until they came here. Then Jesus became their mentor after they got wisdom and direction. So please don't be discouraged. Like I said earlier on, the reason I called in is just for people that are coming. You know, people have joined. I've seen generations of people coming and leaving. I was here when Lion them left. Pastor told them some truth. They got angry. They left. They started a platform, started talking rubbish. I was here and Kirojimadu them came and left. I was here. Jefferson came and left. The sickness of Raphael is the sickness of Kirojimadu, sickness of Arams. Arams, he was even mentioning Arams. I was even shocked and surprised. Arams is the one going online defrauding people. Thank God Pastor Sunday did not even approve of that partnership with him, because now people would be saying that you're the one stealing from people. Arams has collected over 50 million from Edo people in the abroad, collected a lot of money from Nigerians. He told them he's doing stock training. People have paid $1,000 to him, almost 40 people. Arams has not returned this money. He's an online scammer. And from these stories I've heard today, Raphael belongs to that group. I didn't even know he's the one that brought Ilara. So, Pastor, please don't be discouraged by these people. These people are distractions. But what I want you to know is that this message is spreading. Yes, it may not be spreading at the speed that you, but it is reaching people. It's touching lives. It's going, and nothing can stop it. So let people come. Let people go. It's their problem. It's their loss. I've been watching the lives of those that have been attacking you, and I saw them going down. The people that stopped listening to these things, I saw that their lives became unproductive. Yes, they will say, there is power in the Bible they are reading. But they've been reading this Bible all these years, and the power did not transform them. Why is that power not producing that transformation in their lives? So these are just the few things I want to contribute on this platform. I usually don't call in, but this particular one, I said I must speak because I wasn't happy at all when I saw that video.
Wow, amazing. Strong words. Thank you so very much. Blessings.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Wow. Strong words. Strong words. Well. You know, I was talking about the books. So system building, the key to resolving every problem and attaining every goal is one of the books. Then we have another book on process. Why is it on process? Hello, I think we have a caller now. Hello.
Hello, DSA.
Yes. Oh, is that Pastor Nero?
Yes, it is.
I got your word of support.
Yes, yes. I mean, I was so angry, disappointed with everything I'm hearing. It's like I just felt a pain at that moment, and I needed to reach out to you and just say that we appreciate you for everything you do. And I think we really need to understand that the sacrifice that DSA is making is we ourselves we don't understand the level of sacrifice that DSA has made. And he's not making it for himself. He's making it for every single one of us on this platform. And when I see people take advantage of DSA, or when I see people talk about DSA like that, it makes me cry. It makes me like, do people really get what DSA is doing? Because DSA doesn't need to be doing what he's doing. He could have just said, you know what, let me focus on the Ukrainian, let me focus on Europe. And he more or less just shut that down to focus on everything about now from now on is about Nigeria, about Africa. How can he raise other people up? And so when I really saw that, I just felt DSA's pain. And even from the beginning of the program of today, I thank God for Pastor Israel, the way he conducted it. I think that we all needed to hear this, and we all need to learn from this, because if you call yourself that you're going to be a reformer or idols matcher, you're going to go through a lot. People will betray you, people will turn their back on you, people will lie against you. So I'd like to thank DSA for allowing himself to so that we can learn, and so that we can grow. And I just want to encourage every one of us that before you reform anybody, you must first of all reform yourself.
Oh.
And when we're talking about reforming, it's not just listening to, DSS said 200 videos. I think it's more than 200 videos.
Yeah.
You have to listen, and you have to go back, and you have to work on yourself, and you have to work on yourself, and work on yourself, and work on yourself, and work on yourself. Paul says, I die daily. I die to myself daily. And when we listen to the DSA, you notice that he says, I die 1,000 deaths. And so I believe that through this, the true followers, the true disciples are going to emerge. And I just want to encourage you to keep doing what he's doing. People are being blessed, lives are being changed. And I know that out of all this, something beautiful, something great is going to come out of it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. I don't know why Israel came up with this, because people think that I need support. I don't really need support, in the sense that I don't need comfort. It's brought a little bit of sadness, disappointment, but I'm used to it. But it made me to think that, okay, I understand the GOs now, why they will not allow ordinary people to come near to them. But it will not change who I am. And hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Gabriel. I'm calling from Budapest.
From Budapest?
Yes.
Wow. Are you calling for the first time?
Yes, this is my first time calling into
Wow.
the show.
Welcome, Gabriel.
Yes, but I'm currently ending my master's program here.
Okay.
I'm a scholar from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, but I've been watching the program from home with my elder sister, especially before coming here, and I just heard about this issue that you are talking about today. Pastor, I don't know why when you and the other man were talking, what came to my mind, there were two scriptures. The first one was when Jesus Christ told the people that were the crowd, multitude that were following him, say, you are following me because of the bread and the other things, the bread that perishes. then he now told them that they should eat his flesh and drink his blood. Then everybody turned around, and that is a part of the scripture that most people don't talk about. Then when almost all the crowd turned and were leaving him, he turned to his own disciples and said, will you also go? It was not a pleading. But because they have realized the truth of who he is, that's when Peter replied and said, "Where else can we go? Because you have the word of life." So the essence of this thing, of this truth, that is why, Pastor, I would like you, as you are going to Nigeria, I would like you to associate with somebody like Brother Gbele Akoni, because we that are looking for truth, we know the men of God that are for truth.
Yes.
So yes, so it is a straight issue, and when you are going there, you have to realize also that there are men there that are like Balak and Balaam. They are already strategizing the fact that you are coming, because just like this book, Building System, there's already a system there of principality and power. So if you are going there, you are going to destroy systems.
Yes.
And yes, so they are already forecasting your coming. So all this already is like a battle, but just like Joshua and Caleb, who are the one that left the wilderness and entered into the promised land. So I know that because I have a passion for Nigeria too. I have a passion. God sees it in my heart. In fact, I would say as much as I love the church and everything, one whole year before I came for this program, I could not even go to the church anymore.
Yeah.
Because all I could see was basically just the rot that was all about.
Yeah.
I pray to God. I pray to God, and God is helping me. God is helping me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Brother Gabriel. Thank you, sir. And greet your sister for me.
Thank you.
God bless. Yeah, so for those of you, you see the telephone, our WhatsApp number on the screen. That is not for calling. You don't call to that number. What you do is that you send your telephone number or WhatsApp SMS into this WhatsApp number. And that is how we will be able to send you our messages free of charge. So this WhatsApp number that's on the screen is for sending messages to you. So if you send us your telephone, then we'll be sending you the messages.
Hello?
Hello, who is calling from where?
Hi, this is Lalala from Canada.
Lola from Canada. Nice to hear your voice again.
Hi, DSC, how are you?
Very good. It's like your voice is a bit distant from the device.
Can you hear me
Now it's better.
now?
Now it's better, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I just want to say, I kind of almost wasted my time listening to the broadcast that went on yesterday. I'm very glad that I didn't. However, because I already know all these things. Number one, I've always said that it is so hard to just change the mindset of the people of Nigeria.
Yeah.
I didn't start really warming up to people in Nigeria until I started listening to you and I started seeing the love that you have for your country. And I said, you know what, DSA is just somebody who's looking to give back to his country that he's left for so long. I mean, you've given back to the country that you are not even born in. So how much more for you that you want to give back to Nigeria? But however, I learned that the mindset of the people are very it's just not number one, the people that want to do reformation, or they're saying that they want to do reformation, I believe they need to reform themselves, number one. And number two, I believe that, most people have said, they need to also work on themselves. And number one, you've really been pouring into them, and for all this kind of things to be happening, it's really disappointing to see the mindset of our people has not changed. And I remember, a while back when all the uproar started happening with one of the brother, and I came and, I was just saying, this is what God is showing me about all these things. I just knew that, it's the same brother Raphael started the whole uproar, and, all these things was happening. And God had to pull me to the side to show me all these things. And people were trying to come in my inbox to recruit me against the brother. I said, no, I will not be a part of hatred, neither will I be a part of jealousy. And when I went to the Lord, I remember I even spoke to you, and I said, I text you actually. I said, and I'm looking back, I said, I was very upset at what our people are behaving and all that that's going on. knowing that you are teaching to change the mindset with your artwork you're doing for them daily, instead of them, instead of getting upset, I took it to the Lord and I got my answer. God said, I will not share my glory with any man. And God said, you are the one that is fit for the job that he has sent, that is doing to refine the people. So God said, you're fit for the job. So I just give kudos to you for the tough skin, the hard job, the hard work you're doing. I just want you to know that it's not being it's impacting me. It's impacting some of the people that I'm very close to that I met on the platform. So I just want to encourage you in that anyways.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lola. Thank you so very much. Appreciate. So, like this thing that's happening, like I said, I was not even, we planned a program with this Israel every week, once a week, and he would not even tell me what questions he want to ask or what is the topic. But today, I just saw this topic, and I was wondering, where is this coming from? Because I was not even thinking of, and he was telling me, promise that you are going to answer all the questions. I said, yeah. When Tokwe was asking me questions, I tried my best to answer to the best of my knowledge. I said, I'm going to answer the questions. That's what I do. I like openness. I like, to ask. The more difficult the question is, the more I'm glad to answer. Hello?
Hello, dear. Say good evening.
Good evening, ma. Is that Vicky?
Yeah.
It's like you are down today. Why are you discouraged?
I'm very down. Yeah, I'm very down, disappointed. Because first, Raphael is somebody else that I respected. I see him as one of DS's family. So because I know when he joins, and us through that love series, I know he was called the way, he gradually moved from his past to becoming, the person he is today. So seeing him do that, I have a sleepless night because I didn't expect that from him. I couldn't watch the video. I just watched like 15 minutes, really. I couldn't just follow because it's not making a point, that it's not making sense of all he's saying, which is Bible scripture that is cool. I mean, it's really not making sense. And it hurt me for you because you put so much energy to change our mentality, to change our point of view. Because a lot of us just see the white paper. We don't even think deeper how this white paper was created. So it's like he now took everything you'll be saying and looking at it as a white paper. So he never go into the detail of all these things you'll be teaching all this while.
Very
so
wise.
He has been following you. So he has just been following you and be following you like, so you should be Father Christmas. So anybody that come to your place, you just, okay, take and go. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I was so disturbed. Like, how could he, not even the way everything, the aggressiveness on the show, the way he says it, you can also correct somebody if it's a correction, the way he claimed that it's a correction, but you could do it in a humble way, in a respectful way. But the way he did it, it hurt me so much. Not because I am in love with you. I'm in love with your word, the words of God.
The truth. I see the word of truth that is coming out.
Yeah, that is what I am, because that's who I am. Because yesterday you said, yesterday or this afternoon you said, you will see what you want to see, okay? If I start searching for a fault in you, definitely I will see a fault in you.
Yeah.
But likewise me too, Likewise me too. But I'm searching for the truth. And what is coming out, when I take it and I go deep into it, is the truth. I can make sense out of it.
And that's the problem with Raphael. Raphael doesn't have time. He doesn't take time to go listen again. It doesn't take time to go and listen to YouTube messages. He just comes online and then goes quickly to go and do his own. He comes online and quickly and goes and does his own. He doesn't know that you change only when you spend time to listen again and again to regenerate yourself. He doesn't do that. And he doesn't read the books. So, and if you don't do all those things, you will not change.
Not at all, because he doesn't compose himself, behave like a decent. Sorry to use that word. I didn't call to insult. It's not insult. But for me, it doesn't make sense. It's not decent, when you have, I don't know. I just something just came to my mind, like maybe all those all of their people they are gathering it for Raphael, because there's no way, because maybe they are using him to pray to do one thing or the others, If you don't want to follow the SA, you could go your way. You could do it in a good way, because when this guy OJ came and also say nonsense. I was there when you answered OJ. You remember when he called?
Yes.
He was asking questions. I was online, so I know what is going on. There's somebody that is not following you then, seeing him yesterday using OJ as an example, as whatsoever. But I knew you. I was online when that thing happened with OJ, and OJ went to make video. It doesn't make sense. And I want to encourage you, because all this your effort is not only for those 10 people who will just come out and just behave like vagabonds, sorry to use that word, but there are other serious people who really respect you than you ever thought. Not you, not only you, but the word of God and the seriousness of the words you are bringing, that is elaborating people, that is opening our eyes. We appreciate you. And for Raphael, for whosoever that is also going to come up, it's not going to stop you to do the work of God, the work of God that God have called you to do. They cannot stop you, because this thing have started. No matter how fasting there will be fasting for to bring this kind of thing that will stop this revolution. It will not stop, because when God raised you up, all these people were not there. When you start doing all your revolution in Ukraine, you work hard for it. They were not there. So God will always fulfill his promise. Where he want to direct you and what he want to use you for, he will surely use you for that thing. No matter go in, go for, because God want to use you. It's not the people what they say, or those who believe in your word, not in you, in the word of God that is coming out of you, and we are using it to value our life, to make a better place in this world. They will always see the light and the truth in you. And those who want to follow you, follow you. Those who don't want to follow you, have people who stand here, they will stand in 5 places. This one talk, they will jump and go to the other. So that is to see how they are as persons, because it's who you are. That is who you'll be looking for. If you are a truthful person, you always like to mingle with truthful person. If you are a liar or you are talkative, you just like show chuki there, you always like to meet people who are like that. So for my own, I just want to encourage you. It pained me so much that it really hurt me so much that it happened, because why it pains me, not because it happened, but because it's Raphael, because I respect him. So the way he did it, it really, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it, and the show it's really rubbish, not respectful. No matter, could he do that to those Jews? It's because, like you said, Nigerian people don't like equality or almost equality. We like to show. If they would have been writing letter to you 100 times before you could reply their letter, they would have valued you now, isn't it? If they would have been paying to get into your platform, just to listen to this your message, pay, just make an abonnement. Just take abonnement and be paying every month before you could listen to DSA once or twice a week. They should have valued you. You think that they would not do all this? They wouldn't do that. It's because everything is free. That is why. That is it. Because everything is free. So don't look at it as value. It's telling you that you are selling your book. Did you know how much they say a book here? How many books has he bought from you to read before even complaining at all? How many has he bought? Come on. So okay, he's now expecting you to be the almighty of all, to solve every problem that just can just say yes, 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 yes. Which one is he doing? In Italy, I live in Italy before, so I know much about Italy. Which one? Has he started changing life around him? Italians, have he started changing them? The fabric is working. How many of them have converted? Yes, God will surely bless you.
Thank
I
you.
went to sleep and I pray more than prayer for you. God will pull all of them that want to pull you down. God will pull them down. And God will raise you up and show to them that he has called you, and so shall it be.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Thank
God
you
bless
so
you,
very
sir.
much.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we don't pray those kind of prayer that God will pull people down. And, anybody who wants to pull you down. That's praying the kind of prayer Nigerians pray. We bless them. We bless our enemies. We bless those people who falsely accuse us. We bless them. We pray for them. I'm praying for Raphael that he will find peace, that God will give him peace of mind, that God will give him harmony with himself, and God will make him to have, to have peace. He doesn't have peace in himself. He's not integral. It's not integral. It is not harmonious with himself. And that's what I'm praying for. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is David speaking from Nigeria.
David from Nigeria. Nice to hear from you, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, I watched the boat video yesterday, but to my own conclusion is I just think everybody should be doing his own thing.
Yep.
And there's something I believe in life, which is the truth, and truth never died.
Yep.
Even in 1,000 years coming, truth will come up.
Yep.
So we should just keep our hand on the decks and continue doing what we are called to do.
Yep.
And I love everyone because we are fighting for a just cause. And I know that at the end, the master will reward us according to our job.
Thank you.
I just pray, let there be peace and let love lead. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right.
Yep. Okay. So, we don't hate people. We don't pray against people. We love people. And this should be an example for us how to show love. Love your enemies. Love people. And, and live in harmony with yourself, with people, with God. But the most important thing is to have that personal relationship with God. Once you have that personal relationship with God, everything else will be all right. Okay, I want to also talk to you about, I was talking about okay, I think I have a call already. Hello?
Hey, Pastor, how you doing?
Very good, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Solomon from Chicago.
Solomon, nice to hear from you, sir.
How you doing?
Very good.
Pastor, I'm a very honest person.
Yeah.
I know one thing you've taught us is that we should be open-minded and we should speak our mind.
Right.
I'm not a sycophant.
Yeah.
I love you dearly. The only problem I have with you, to be honest, is the election problem. That's it. I gotta be truthful.
Not be you alone, though. A lot of people.
Yeah, that's the only problem I have with you. Other than that, I listen to Raph. Raph I love him dearly, I listen to him like people say, there's always two sides to a story. I don't take one side until I hear the other.
Right.
But prior to this time, I know Raphael has been posting some stuff. He has been talking in parables. So automatically I knew something was not right. I listened to him yesterday. Some people here listening to him, but it's just that Pastor Sunday, it's good to have people that will love you, that will tell you the truth, right?
Right.
When you're out of line, they will tell you, that's who I am.
Yep.
He made some points yesterday, some valid points yesterday.
I wonder why he didn't tell me. I wonder why he didn't tell me any one of them. He had access to me now.
Okay, all right. I knew it's more than what was broadcast yesterday. Some of the things he said yesterday, which I agree with, is there was a teaching you lectured that Jesus Christ is not coming in the next 50 years.
Yes.
That I remember that teaching.
Yes.
I disagree on you on that one.
Okay. But
yes.
Time we need time now.
I know it could be 100 years, but nobody knows the time.
We go wait. Nobody knows the time, right? But the signs.
That's just
But the signs he gave, the signs that
yes.
Jesus gave, we still need to walk. We still need time to
right.
walk to make those things come to pass, as Jesus said. He said the thing should be preached in every tribe and every nation.
Yeah.
It has not been preached yet. And in the next 15 years, I know we are not going to make it.
Anyway, like I said, I'm a very honest person.
Yes,
it's possible for me to come and start, just like all the callers have been calling, trying to sing your praises. You've not offended me, all right? I must say that. Why I followed you is because some of the things you've been teaching is those are the things I already have in mind, the wrongdoings in the church.
Right.
So when I saw someone like you is coming out to speak out, that's how I got interested in you.
Beautiful. And I like your forthrightness.
Yes. And some of the things he said, all right, because I think Raphael knows you better. Better
Okay.
than some of us. He said, "You cannot be questioned." That's what he said. That's the
Wow.
claim he made.
Let him find
he
one
said
person. Let him find one person in the world.
yes, he said it. I hope I'm not misquoting him.
Yeah, I said,
He
we let
said,
him find one person in the world that that has opened himself like this to the world to question him. You live
Okay.
in America. Find one person for me that has opened himself up for questioning like this. So,
Yes.
of course, when people are grieved,
Then-
you know, the Bible says that brothers, when a brother is grieved, is worse than an enemy.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think
true.
we just need to pray that God will just
That's true.
heal the heart.
Then he
and
talked
the wounds.
about Teresa, which you've already addressed. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know up to that extent about evangelist Teresa. Okay, and so I thank God you were able to clarify that.
I was
didn't know
actually
that.
not planning to clarify anything, but this guy surprised me
because-
today by coming up with the topic.
Okay, because I was like, I've been an advocate. Pastor Sonny, you try and help this sister now. This sister, you know what I mean? I had that
Thought.
that notion in me.
Yes.
Okay, that thought in me. Okay, so that's just all right. So like I said, there's always two sides to a story.
Yes.
But if it's true that you don't listen, which I don't know. Maybe you may want to, give that a second thought. That's just what I have to say.
Thank you so much.
Like I said, yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Oh, wow. How did he know that I don't listen to people when he didn't even attempt to? I come out public like this. Look at this kind of questions. How many GO can you even ask this kind of question? I said, find me one in the world that is open scrutiny, that they are asking him questions like that, even insulting questions. There is a YouTube program that I did, and somebody was commenting on it that DSA shouldn't be taking this kind of questions. They are, ridiculing him. Hello? Oh, we have a call already. Hello?
Hello, DSA. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where?
Oh, my name is Aguilara Oluwashio.
Yes, sir. Nice to hear from you, sir.
How you doing, sir? How is everything?
Doing fine. Doing my best.
That's what God requires. I would like to contribute to the program. I actually gave up on trying to reach out to you. The first thing I would like to say is that
but I didn't block you. You are still my friend now.
You unfriend me now, but that's not even the issue. We can always resolve our matters.
Yes, okay.
All right. I just want to say to every single person listening right now, all across the globe, that we should let love be the priority in whatever we do.
Right.
And I want us to look beyond what is happening right now, sir. I know my calling on this platform is going to be offensive to a lot of people, but if anyone knows the way I operate now, by now they should know that I actually do what God asked me to do. Now, when you check what actually is happening in the spiritual atmosphere of Nigeria right now, you realize that the PFN went to the Thanksgiving service of PDP.
Oh, wow.
The CAN, they went to congratulate the APC.
Yes, I saw that.
The reformers are fighting each other. If we look at everything very well, you realize that there's only one thing that is winning, and that is what we are fighting against. That is religion.
Yeah.
Religion is winning a great deal because there is every single time we have disparity within ourselves and we come out to actually bully ourselves and tear ourselves down, you realize that people laugh at us. The people we are trying to enlighten, they come and they begin to say, their matter don't scatter, their midway, there's something going on in their midst. So I just got fed up and tired of, okay, how long are we going to do this for? If we have issue within ourselves, there are three ways that Jesus Christ prescribed that we should solve these things. Go to your brother privately, first time. Take elders along before you begin to now treat them like a pagan. But what I see amongst us is that whenever there is an issue, people are quick to come out and begin to tear each other down.
Right.
I take my time to actually investigate things that happen, and my instinct never actually deceive me. I've heard a lot of people, like almost 30 people, mentioning my name, calling him, saying that, okay, Raphael brought me and all of those things. I'm not calling to claim my name. I know you through Raphael. I know several people through Raphael also. But the truth of the matter is that there is a very serious thing we need to attack. And that is what we call familiar spirit. If people believe in spirituality on this platform or whatever platform.
That's true.
Check what happens to the apostles, sir, when they went to a particular city to go and preach. A certain lady started singing their Hosanna. Now, this lady was actually cooperating with them, saying Rankadidi and all of those things. And the apostles, it took them 3 days, 3 good days, to realize that this spirit is not working in corroboration or collaboration with the Spirit of God before they rebuke that spirit. Now, there are so many people who are going to come to your platform, my platform, Raphael platform, everybody's platform, Jesus platform, to come and sing our praises. But when you check their hidden motive, you realize that they just want to destroy the gospel.
Yeah.
Because for the first 3 days that this lady was shouting, these are the men of God and all that, she didn't allow them to say a word. Whenever, just imagine you wanted to say, okay, let everybody stand up and let us praise God, and one person started constituting nuisance.
Yeah.
And we have them a lot littering around every platform these days. Is it possible for us to drop back and think about, could this be a setup from somewhere? Could the people we are trying to actually expose be the ones sending these people into our midst?
Wow.
To bring us down, so that when we play into their hands, they manipulate us. I learned that Katie Chika is praying for Raphael. You are praying for Raphael. Raphael is praying for you. Everybody is praying for each other. Are we really praying for ourselves? That prayer, is it really from the bottom of our heart? And are we taking care of the major cause of the whole problem, which is the familiar spirit that is shouting our Hosanna? So we got to be careful of the people we actually rely on. Now, when I came on your platform, you know, that you actually sent me invite 3 times, and there's only one I actually honored.
Yeah.
When I came on your platform and I rolled out my agenda and all of those things, and people started contributing, it caught me unaware, very unaware. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't register anything. There was no account that was officially ready to take the money, except my account. And because I don't have issue with money, I told people to keep giving while we put modalities in place. But when there is a disparity or disagreement between us, people started coming for refund because the mentioning of my name was getting too much. And you know, I reached out to you, sir, when Move Madik or Madik Agent reached out to me to come on your platform on January. I said, there is an issue on ground, which I don't like you to actually play ignorance to. There are people around you who actually are tearing down my flesh to the extent of instigating my family members who are Muslim. The last time I spoke to them was 1997, instigating them against me. Going to create a Facebook page against you, ranking the Facebook page with search engine optimization on Google, such that when you're searching for Great Man Aguilara, that fake Facebook page that actually mess up my name is what you see first. And I begin to wonder, who are these people fighting for? Are they on the Lord's side, or they are on their own side? Who is using them against us? So I still believe that there is a need for retreat among every single one who has prepared, who actually laid down their life to actually fight this cause and expose these people. There is a retreat. I reached out to you, sir, when you released the Elijah Challenge. I said, please, we need to have a strategic meeting.
Yes.
There is a need for us to re-strategize on the way we get across to these people. I do my stuff most offline, and I live within these people. I said there is a need, but you know, you didn't reach out to me.
Yes.
I believe the same thing is falling out with Raphael and the rest of them.
But you know the reason why I didn't reach out, because I said when I invited you to come for the second time, you told me that there is an issue on ground. So I said, okay, let me talk to Raphael about it. I told you I was going to talk to Raphael about it. And since he's the one who introduced since he's the one who introduced you to me, and Raphael said you are duping people that I shouldn't bring you back, and you know about that. So that is what the reason.
He said I was duping people. You know, the only thing I have is that I believe that we are the Spirit of God. If I was duping people, you could decipher from your spirit that I was duping people. The people that said I duped them never brought up a evidence to actually back up the fact that I duped them. And every single one of them that came for refund got their refund back. You can ask every one of them. I hate people to rubbish my name when it comes to money. And I even stopped asking them for money. But the truth of the matter is, the campaign against pseudo-Christianity on my side never stopped, despite the fact that people stopped giving. That was because the campaign was never about money. Because these things were being done before the money. So after the money, if I stopped doing it, then that means I came for the money. I didn't even know that people would give towards that campaign. I was just talking to you, and you encourage people to give, and they started giving. I was deeply hurt that you actually would listen to a man against a man without finding out or reaching out to me or calling me to ask my own side of the story. But that is not the case right now. The case right now is this, no one is perfect. We need to visit our strategy. You know my own stand.
Hello? Hello, are you there?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay. Yes, I was saying that you should put yourself in my own place. Now, look what happened.
Okay.
Now, let's say you introduce somebody to me. That is your contact.
Yeah.
Now, you now came back to me and said, don't receive this person again. He was begging me. He said, if you receive this person again, there are a lot of people, who are on the platform, who are on my side, that don't tolerate this guy. Because I introduced him to you. Please, and I'm asking you again now, don't let him come again. So I was saying, okay, just because of that, for the benefit of doubt, since you are the one who brought him, I'm going to honor you. Because you knew him, you know why you brought him, and now you are saying I shouldn't bring him back. I said, I'm not going to go into, a lot of people started writing me. I said, I'm not going to go into investigating the matter at all. And the reason I was not going to go into it, because I said, I didn't have relationship with Raphael. With Ayilara. I don't know Ayilara as somebody on the platform. Ayilara is not from our platform. So I cannot go into it and say, I am going to investigate. I don't have that prerogative. I don't have that authority. I said the only thing I can do is to believe the person who brought him. And since the person who brought him said I shouldn't receive him anymore, I just let it be at that. And that's all.
Yeah, I understand your angle. The same thing, the same script was played to someone like Daddy Freeze, but he still went ahead to still bring me on this platform.
Yeah, but we have different personality and different principles.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's true. What I am actually calling for is this. No one is perfect. You have said that over and over again. I am not perfect. You are not perfect also. But we need to be strategic. There is one stand that I took against this reformer and reformation, idol smasher and all that, and that is vulgarity. This is something that people know as my own trademark. I don't near you when you begin to become vulgar and all of that. And I wrote an article to actually debunk one message. You said that it is through God's wisdom. I guess it was after the article that you unfriend me and all of those. I understand how that could play out. But independently, I believe the sky is big enough for every single one of us to do what God anointed us for without coming online to come and bash ourselves and make videos against ourselves. Because if anything...
Yeah, but Ayilara, you do exactly the same thing. And that's why I unfriended you, because I saw the video where you were throwing stones at me and at other people. And that was exactly why I unfriended you. So you are talking with double mouth now. You are saying this thing shouldn't be done, and you yourself are doing the same thing.
I'm not talking with double mouth. This person, you said someone came to you, talked to me about you, I talked to you about me badly, and then we started seeing a reaction from you and all of those things. And I needed to actually come out to clear my name. Because I'm not giving to, somebody marketing someone for me to submit to. I hate that word when it comes to, submit to this and that. So when I do my stuff, I do it in such a way that...
do you mean that I said you should submit to me? I didn't say you should submit to me. I never told anybody that you should submit to me.
Well, that's something that you are actually disclaiming right now. But the truth of the matter is...
So I told you that? Did I tell you that?
You never get a call to actually investigate what is happening. It seems as if you took sides. I am not taking sides, sir.
Yeah, but you said you should submit to me. I didn't, I don't even ask anybody to submit to me. I don't believe in that concept. That's why I'm not even having anybody, no single person on this platform submits to me. It's just a platform that is created for everybody to use.
This person that you said, introduce you to me, I've introduced me to you and all of those things. There's a lot going on about this. Somebody connected someone to someone and all of that. And someone is hearing from someone who connected with someone. And at the end of the day, everything gets messed up. I believe in the fact that we are all brothers in the Lord. The fact that Andrew introduced Peter to Jesus does not make Jesus begin to consult Andrew in order to get through to Peter. There are a lot of people who introduce disciples to Jesus Christ. which he took them as brothers, and he related with them as one. He actually went to them with personal relationship, called them friends and brothers. My own fact is the fact that when we begin to say, okay, because I know you through one person, whatever that person says about you is final, is my own part. And that's not the reason why I'm calling, sir.
But that is exactly what we've been talking about in the last 20 minutes now.
What I'm saying is that we should allow love to reign. And then all this issue of people calling to shout someone's Hosanna and we getting carried away, we should actually let it go. And this issue of reformers attacking reformer, the truth of the matter is this. There is an implication to what is happening right now in Nigeria. It's like we took a step forward and we are taking 10 steps backward with what is happening right now. And I just want to plead that if there's a way people can come together stronger, re-strategize, let love reign. Let's leave every selfish ambition apart. Let's leave the fight for relevance apart. Let everybody just do what Jesus Christ will do in every given situation. It's going to all go well. Because it's making things difficult for us living in Nigeria to continue with the campaign when the elephants are fighting online. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? It's making the whole campaign against pseudo-Christianity very, very difficult here, because the more people we try to reach out to, the more of these kind of incidents and events they refer to. And say, okay, is it not you people? Is it not you people? Raphael against Ailara, Ailara against DSA, DSA against this one, and all of these things we got to just try and tone it down and just let it stop so that we can focus on the message that the Father and the Son has actually sent us. I have not come to actually say you are right. I have not come to say Raphael is wrong. I have not called to say, okay, somebody should be above anybody or someone is right. I just want peace to reign. And I want us to consider the implication of whatever we do online on the offline people, because these things are going to stay forever. There are people who saw my video with you and are still calling me today, oh, I saw your video with DSC and all that. Things like this are still going to stay also. People are going to be referring to these videos. I just pray that the spirit of unity, the spirit of peace, and the spirit of oneness will reign amongst us so that the house does not get divided against itself, and the devil does not have a last laugh, or religion winning the battle. God bless you, sir, and I pray that grace will always be with you in all that you do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you
so
much.
Sir.
Blessings. All right, so Ailara is thinking that I'm here so that people will sing by Asana. Well, you need to know my story for you to know that I'm coming online for people to be singing my praise. I have too many praise opportunity, and I still have them now. I have a church where people are ready to, if it is praise, they are ready to sing any kind of praise. But people online, I'm trying my best to give them to myself to them. I don't even know them. I can't take anything from them. Only few people I know who are watching me online. I don't even know. I'm only talking to camera. Hello.
Hello, yes. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Gavin calling from Warri, Nigeria.
Oh, wow. Pastor Galvin.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Nice to hear from you today. You'll be hearing our discussion.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I think this discussion is necessary.
Sorry if we are dragging the name of the reformers to the mud, like Irana just said.
Yes, but I think this discussion will yield something good. That's what I see, because personally, I follow you. I've been following you for 2 years now, effectively, as in your teachings and your books and the rest.
And you have been following in a very qualitative way.
By the grace of God, sir. By the grace of God. But since I came online, since you invited me to your platform, I've had some experience which is similar to a bit what Brother Ailara is saying.
Yes.
And that is, I have people that are against DSA sending me videos of reformers that were once with DSA but are now against DSA. I don't know that you understand me, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've gotten a lot of those kind of videos, and I like it because it actually make me to know where I stand, if I am actually following for personal gain or to learn. Because I've
Beautiful.
read a lot of articles. I've read a lot of articles against you, a lot, even some days back. And some days back, just some few days back, I was just thinking, I said, okay, if for example, DSA is taken out of the picture, and will I regret my connection or my relationship with him? And I just realized down deep in me that I would say no, because your teachings and your books a lot, they've really helped me a lot personally. And I have followed you. As I've said, I read other people's opinion against you, to find out, to see if actually there's an element of truth. I'm not saying that you are perfect, sir. Hello, sir.
And nobody is,
Hello.
right? Nobody is perfect.
Yes.
And I keep on saying it, that I'm not
Yes.
claiming that title. And nobody can
Yeah.
claim
So
it.
yeah. So there is a video you did one time, and you said things are going to get tougher. I don't know whether you still remember, sir.
I remember, yeah,
That
that things are
your
going to
friends should
get
not cry for
worse.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, things are going to get worse. So that video, always, whenever I read all these things, whenever I see videos like this, I just remember that comment, because as much as possible, as I followed you, I realized that you always say that if you are coming on the platform to learn, if it's for the truth, just stick on that. Don't stick on the personality. And that is what I try to do, because as much as what I'm saying, I'm careful not to sound as if I'm sounding your praise, but I am trying to say that I asked myself some days back, especially when brother Charles Awuzie was having an issue with some one other guy in America. I asked myself, I kind of asked myself that somewhere like DSA, what you have done on ground, if God takes you, like if you are not in the picture, what you have done already, the investment you have made, the books you have written, the knowledge you have given, through videos at any time, any day. And I think it's something that is worth of note. I remember
we
also
lost, Gavin, there was a break. You were saying someone like DSA, the investment we didn't hear, we lost you a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, you just need to repeat what you said.
Okay, I said if you are taken out of the picture, the investment and the knowledge you have given to our world, the knowledge you have given to our world through videos and books, to me, a lot of people that talks, a lot of people, whether our GOs and the rest, I can't quantify. It's so much that I can't. There's no one I can compare to. So you coming, giving us access to yourself. I'm trying not to sing your praise, but I see it as an opportunity. And I want to say this, that you said something one time which I want to refer you to, is that most of these things that you do, the investment you make on it, the impact you make, you will not know how much you have done until when you are taken home and you stand before God and God shows you all that you have done. Then will you be able to say, okay, you would know what you have done? Because presently now it will look as if what you are doing is not making impact, it's not going forward. It's as in there are backward step and forward and the rest. But the truth is, it's only God that will reward. You understand? No man can reward. No man, no matter how much anybody may want to sing your praise, it will not be compared to what God has in store for you and the way God has quantified your work. So personally, I think you should be encouraged, sir. You should be encouraged, and for the brethren that have maybe gone their way, whatever. Everybody is free, like you always say, that everybody is free, and nobody's tied to your own to your apron. But I believe that as much as possible, when our relationship with God is in.
Hello? I think we lost him. Another slide to share. Okay, but I think he made his point anyway. Ooh, wow. Well, that was interesting that Ayilara called, and only he spent too much time talking about his situation, even though he said he was not going to talk about that. But we have a lot of people who want to call today. So, hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, who is calling from where?
My name is Rotimi Shitu. I'm calling from Abuja.
So that's a man, right?
Yes, I'm a man. Don't mind my voice.
Okay, okay. I was thinking it was a lady calling. So how are you, Barotimi?
I'm very fine, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I need to quickly make certain contributions. When
Yes.
I saw the flyer or banner by Brother Raphael, I became really, really worried.
Oh.
I had sleepless nights.
Hmm.
I was praying that God, if it was a scandal, don't put your name to shame.
Hmm.
But I must confess to you that when I watched the program yesterday, Raphael no longer command respect beyond that of a 2 years old boy
Hmm.
before me.
Hmm.
Now, I quickly try to highlight about 5 things that I noted on the discussion yesterday.
Okay.
First, I found that they discussed about money.
Yeah.
And I would tell people in another 3 years, I'll be 50 years. And to the glory of God, I've been doing business for about 20 years now.
Wow.
Now, there are many times that I've been moved to want to help people, but I'm not able to help immediately. Many times, people who don't know how businesses evolve get impatient.
Yeah.
And so they raise such type of false accusation that they were raising. So the moment they started talking, I knew these people were inexperienced people. They were immature people. They don't even understand money. That was the first thing. And in fact, that got me very, very angry with them. To the extent that I asked that, are you going to DSA because of what DSA can offer? Or you sincerely believe in what DSA is saying? I was not disappointed when I quickly recalled that you have been giving it raw, that people will pick offenses in you. And I think not very many churches will be bold enough to say, see, follow down to Jesus, follow Jesus. If you look unto me, I will disappoint you many times. That is what I need to say on the issue of money.
Yes.
Now, going further again, I realize inexperience, I realize ignorance, and of course, I realize people that are not even exposed at all. Now, exposure doesn't mean leaving Nigeria to, you can leave Nigeria to any advanced country and not be an exposed person.
Yeah.
They criticize the fact that you said you were coming to change Nigeria with 2,000 people. So you don't need 2,000 people to change Nigeria.
Yeah.
Tinubu didn't have 2,000 people
Yeah.
when they formed the PC.
Yeah.
They've been able to take the reign of government.
Yeah.
That is how to influence a nation.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you read about Dubai, 20, 30 years ago, Dubai was just a jungle.
Yes.
It took the vision of one person. So when people say somebody said he wants to change a nation with 2,000 people, it shows that they are not knowledgeable people. Other revolutions have emerged all over the world.
Yes.
Now we all talk about Martin Luther King today. Martin Luther King was just one person.
Yeah.
We talk about the Nelson Mandela today. We talk about Barack Obama too, who had done something just from writing a book, The Audacity of Hope. So when somebody is now saying I say you don't need 2,000 people to change a nation.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ never had 2,000 disciples. He had 2 disciples. He's been able to make the greatest impact on earth.
Yes.
So if anybody is talking and wanting to pull you down that you said you needed 2,000, then it shows their level of information is defective. So I begin to question this intelligence. I begin to question a whole lot of things about, hello?
Yes, we're here.
I began to question a whole lot of things about it. Now let me quickly equally say that Raphael actually rode on your goodwill.
Wow.
He was not somebody I would ever listen to. But for the fact that when people like you talk And when we see you, when we see people work with you, we want to listen
to them.
Otherwise, with what you have done yesterday, I'm not sure he's somebody that I can give. I will tell people, I will tell my staff, I would rather give you my money. I don't have time to give useless people that don't have meaningful things to contribute to my life.
Yeah.
Now, they mentioned something, and because I have suffered a similar fate, it wasn't surprising to me. Usually, very backward people tend to castigate people when people have their temporary challenges or problems. They mentioned the fact that your churches have been taken over. Now, sir, there is a saying that I heard some times ago or that I read from a book. The story was said about a very wealthy or a group of wealthy people whose fortunes were taken and given to the poorest people. And guess what? These people were laughing.
So how did they know? But they have never been here now.
Sir, don't worry, sir, don't worry, I'm going to that. And so the people began to laugh and said, so they questioned them, you ought to be crying when you lose things. How is it that you, they said, no, there is a secret that we had, that we used in building this fortune. We will go back to rebuild this. I disagreed with the church that I was pastoring in year 2007. I had a microfinance bank. Eventually, I lost the microfinance. My phone was not changed. Nobody called me. In fact, so many people started saying, sir, repeating the same way. To the glory of God, we had built 3 businesses.
Wow.
Now, employing about 70 persons. Now, let me shock you. Just what we were doing in the microfinance bank. I just finished the master's degree program. I was supposed to have maybe an interview with Shola Adeli on their program. I told them last 2 weeks I was writing an exams. Now, I just finished the program and I was working on an idea, sir. The idea will give me 2 billion naira Nigerian currency in 1.5 years.
Wow.
1.5 years. The same idea that I was using in the microfinance, but refined with the aid of technology. So when some people are saying people lose their businesses, I haven't seen one person that built their money sincerely and faithfully, sir, that has lost their businesses, that has not been able to rebuild it.
Yes.
A typical example for people who are knowledgeable, the Igbos after Biafra war in Nigeria, how much was used in compensating them? Today, can you count the 20 wealthiest people in Nigeria without counting 2, 3, 4 Igbos that are honest people that have made their money through honesty?
Yeah.
So when people are saying you lost churches and all the rest of it, based on the goodwill you have built, so if you have come to Nigeria, you want to go about preaching and depending on honorarium, you will build churches. So it shows that these people are not knowledgeable. That's another thing that I discovered from the discussion yesterday. Now, let me equally talk about your platform, sir. When Raphael was talking about the fact that you bring people and use people, sincerely, he only exposed how ignorant he was. I read a lot, and in fact, I will tell people, the greatest asset I want to have when I die is my library.
Wow.
You can take anything away from me. My library is, in fact, people know that when I have visitors, sir, the only thing I used to show off is my library. I take people to my office. So when I talk, you don't understand the depth from which I'm talking. But when you get to my library, then you probably would understand. Oh, we understand why this guy reasons like this, why this guy talks like this. I have been able to read in the past the publisher or the writer of Rich Dad Poor Dad, sir. When that book was in manuscript, every publisher they took the book to turned it down. That they were not going to publish
the book.
Somehow, the man sent the manuscript to Oprah Winfrey. And while he was on holiday, he was invited, and the man mentioned the distance between where he was holidaying and where Oprah Winfrey was. I was going to hold the program, and he had to come on the show. Now 24 hours. The guy took night bus to arrive where he was going to meet with Oprah Winfrey. Left his family where they were holidaying. So as soon as he showed up on Oprah Winfrey's program, they had no money to publish the books. They had about 1 million copies pre-ordered and paid for.
Wow.
Now, these are stories that people can confirm.
Yeah, I know
so
about
when
it.
people talk about the fact that you bring people on your platform, it shows their level of ignorance. So when he was talking, now I was working on a fund. So God will bless you. You don't know what revolution you are causing, even in the economic sphere, by bringing in people. When you brought the lady from Kenya that had a fund,
yes,
I was working and almost completing a thing. Bringing her on the platform, sir, kind of exposed. Immediately while the program was still going on, I had connected with her.
Wow.
A number of discussions currently ongoing that can translate into billions of dollars
Wow.
in investments.
Wow.
So when they are saying that you bring people on your platform, say, do these people understand what it takes? I said, go to Linda Ikeji and find out what it takes to place an advert. On the, so it really shows how myopic
thinking
they are. So please don't stop bringing people. Now let me tell you, I'm not one of the businesses that I run. I have a school.
Yes.
And let me share a secret with you. When we started the school in 2007, if we had money, it would have been easy to accomplish the vision. We hadn't money. And I said we were coming to be number one, not in Abuja where we are operating, but in Nigeria. A number of people who work with us would imagine, is this guy crazy? Our school then in Gwaripasa was the second worst school. Hello, sir.
Yeah, we are hearing you.
Our school was the second worst school by reason of infrastructures. But I know that great organizations are not bet on the premises of having money.
Yeah.
They are bet on the premises of having very sound vision.
Today,
we are not the best, but I know we are no longer
the worst
where we used to be. Now, when they mention the fact that I used to challenge our teachers, I would give them money. Go and register for Carpedia mathematics competition. They have never brought reports to me. Then I told them one day, see, you are just fooling yourself. You can't fool me. I'm too smart or smarter than somebody that you can fool. And then I asked them a question while we were having a meeting. That every year that Carpedia runs their competition, do they display the schools that comes first, second, and third? They said yes. I said, see, what I'm currently working on is a budget. If I have a budget, I will just go to those schools that produce some of those people and tell them, come, I'm going to double or triple your salary. Come and join my workforce.
Staff. Yeah.
I would go to work, give me the best school that produce the best results in English and mathematics. I will go to the schools and say, see, with a car, I'm going to triple your salary. How many rational human beings
will reject that?
Will reject such offers.
Yeah.
No rational human being will reject such an offer.
Yeah.
When they said you brought a teacher to your platform, they don't know the number of offers that guy would have been exposed to.
Yeah.
By virtue of bringing the teacher to your platform. So they are only displaying ignorance. Now, when they say you are unquestionable, how much questioning can be more than this that we are doing and that we've been listening to in the last 2 hours? Sir, let me conclude by appealing to you not to be discouraged by people like this. I heard a story recently that somebody said, or an idiom, that the chairman of PDP, APC said yesterday. He said a fruitful tree would always attract stone. Hello, sir.
Yes, I agree.
That a fruitful tree would always attract stone.
Stones, yeah.
If you're not attracting stone, so that it means you're not fruitful.
Yeah.
Then I would want to appeal, sir. There's something that is treading your platform. You see, for low-minded people, when they hear money, they have never seen money. They are fraudsters. They assume everybody is a fraudster with them. Please, on this $1 Libya donation,
Yes.
can you render an account to put these doubters to rest?
We
It's
have
been trending.
the $1. We have stopped it since 1 year ago.
Sir, if there was any account that needs to be rendered, sir, not because I am
We have.
your
I have
integrity,
said that
therefore,
at least
low-minded
5.
people.
Barotimi, I've done accounts for
Sir.
at least 5 times on this platform, and the money is there. The money is right there in the place in GoFundMe. I didn't touch it. The money is there. Anybody could go there and check it. The money is there.
God bless you. So I think this
So there's even no
clarifies that,
account.
sir.
Why should I go have accounts of something I didn't collect?
Sir,
I
sir,
didn't
God
even
bless
collect
you.
it
See?
from GoFundMe. It's still there in GoFundMe now.
Sir, God bless you. Because we need to clarify so that very low-minded people. I had run a microfinance bank, sir, where we ran into problems.
No, we didn't even collect it. Anybody
No,
can
sir,
go
I
to
understand, sir, I
GoFundMe
understand the
and
way
see
those
it over
platforms,
there.
sir, I understand the way those platforms are wired. Once you can realize your target, the money is not given to you.
Yes.
I know the way those platforms are run. Sir, let me equally share an experience as I round up. Sir, you see, I have run a microfinance institution.
$5,000. What will I do with $5,000?
Sir, I have run a microfinance institution where we ran into problem because my staff were dishonest. I never embezzled ₦1. Sir, if you know the news that we're making, the rounds. I worked for more than 3-4 years, sir, to repay everybody back. Just for my name. And I keep telling people then, if everybody has that, if not for anything in the midst of that challenge, I went to God in prayer that God, everybody, most people who saves money with us knows me as a pastor. I'm not going to crucify you. I lost more than 12 cars that were our professional cars. I lost more than 10 years of hard labor, sir. Today, when I look back, I thank God because I am 100% better off than where I used to be then. God will bless you, sir.
Thank you
He will
so
take
much.
you to places you never imagined in Jesus' name.
Thank you
Thank you for this great opportunity, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. Words of wisdom. Beautiful.
Yes.
All right. Very good. For people who want to know about Libya challenge, it's just speculation. Go to your GoFundMe. The money is there in their account. Go to and you see it there. It's unclaimed. We are not collecting it just for everybody to see for public. People said, how can what was his name? Raphael said, they kicked me out of my church. That's what people are saying in Nigeria. You shouldn't be as ignorant. You are in Europe. You have access to network. You have access to internet. Have you not seen me preach in church before? Because I'm not in church every day like Nigerians, it means they have kicked me out of church. You know how many churches I have in Kiev alone? Or or Ukraine. This week you will see me in church every day from Thursday. Every day I will be there. But I'm releasing myself from church because I'm going to Africa. You want people to get used to me so that when they get used to me, attached to me, when I go, everything will collapse. It's better for me to have withdrawn gradually like this so that when I travel, there will be no side effect. They will be used to their local pastors that I've put there. And I've worked for 25 years. I've raised leaders. So now I have people to do the church. It's too small for me now. I have raised people for 25 years who are pastoring the churches. I am going further to other assignment that I have.
Oh.
Hello?
Hi, Dr. Sunday. Good evening, dear Steve. Sorry.
Good evening, man. Who is calling from where?
My name is Gift. I'm calling from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, right. From Rivers? Did you say Rivers?
Lagos, Nigeria,
Ah,
sir.
Lagos,
Gift.
Nigeria. I know Gift now. How are you doing, my sister?
Very well, sir.
Nice to
It's
hear
been
from you
nice.
today.
It's been nice listening to you today, and I don't do a regular everyday follow up on the broadcast, but all the same, at any time that I come to the broadcast, the good thing is that I usually pick one good lesson out of it.
Wow.
And what I tell a lot of people that have been questioning DSA, I just tell them, you guys don't know DSA. A lot, especially those that joined your platform last year, they are easily carried away.
Yeah.
So the glory of God, I've been following you consistently for the past, since 2016.
Yeah.
And like I tell them, DSA, my listening to DSA from then was like the missionaries coming to Nigeria to teach us Christianity all over again. That was what DSA did. So those who are just coming into the platform that don't even know, that are just having the 30 minutes of your recent broadcast, they are just using that to get any little thing, they get easily carried away. And my most disappointment yesterday was watching the mess that Raphael made out of his broadcast yesterday. Hey, that was childish. That was really below the belt. My disappointment was not for that he did that. My disappointment was after following DSA, at least for a minimum of 1 year, you could still have this mentality. You're not refined. Your mind is not renewed.
Yeah,
You're
because
just packaging.
gift. The reason is because Raphael is such a person that is more. He will come and listen. He's not committed like you to listening to the old messages, to go and listen to the message again and again. He just wants to listen to me now, and he goes next day and do his own broadcast. So he's not getting what I'm saying to get into his system. That is his problem.
You're right, sir. I think that is his major problem. And the problem is that not just that being his problem, there are two sets of people that are coming to your platform. One are those that are coming for the substance, to learn what the intellectuals in DSA is wealth of experience and how they can add it to benefit their life. And the other set are those that are coming for the fish, which I categorize Raphael and some of those to be in that category.
Yeah.
They're coming to, okay, DSA is a big pastor, is this, he has that, they came to your platform because of what they think they can benefit.
Yeah.
And when their expectations are not being met, they get disappointed.
Yeah.
And this is the whole nonsense that the whole shame that I saw him displayed yesterday. I really felt bad for him because I for a very long time, I held him in a high esteem, thinking, okay, he was a sound man. But listening to him yesterday, I felt bad. I felt disappointed that how can you be in this platform for this long and you still sound like this? The thing is that they just came out of their religion. They didn't even drop the
They didn't even drop the religion itself. Hello? Network, eh? Is she still there? Yeah, we lost her. Okay. Slide the share. Well. We have so many people want to call today. That is amazing. Wow. So it means a lot of people heard about that program, eh? The video that Raphael was doing. I didn't even pay attention to it. I care less. What I said to myself is that anybody that is like him will listen to him. Hello?
Hello, DSA. Good evening. Pastor Wellington from
Pastor, this is my witness here. Pastor Wellington, thank you for calling. You are a man of integrity.
I have to call.
Because I mentioned your name today while doing this program.
It's an honor. Very, very important. admit really that I'm very close to Raphael. I can never deny it. Very, very close to Brother Raphael. I did everything in my power. I'm doing this so as to encourage everybody in the house. I did everything in my power to make him reason and understand. All these things started since last year, and I followed it up, trying to cancel them. But things went the way it went, and I have no, option than just to advise you to block him. Now, let people that have been writing, you see, we all are just saying different kinds of things. Some of us are taking advantage of the little gap between Raphael and DSA. Let no man, let no woman conclude. Because if because of the gap now, some people now who have not been calling or we've not seen them for years or months now, are now coming in now to be talking about coming together to form reformers. I believe somewhere there they want to play on us, and they want to take us as a fool, and we are not fools, and we are not babies. By the grace of the Lord, we don't need just to be bringing out who we are, but by experience I know what this thing is all about. 25 years in the ministry is not a joke. There comes time that we like to bring down ourselves. We like to really bring down ourselves to take people along with us. But Sama, humility is not stupidity. And the most dangerous of all spirits is the spirit of familiarity. And if people do not learn to know the limit when it comes to relating with a mentor, if they don't learn to know the limit, they will always fall victim. Just as Judas fell victim, Gehazi fell victim, etc., etc. I've been on this matter for quite long, and I tried my possible best. I spoke with him. As a brother will speak to his other brother. I have never considered age. I've never looked at age. I've always been looking at things in the direction that, look, this man, I know him. This is a man that by the grace of the Lord, when they brought him to where I was pastoring, when they brought him to where I was pastoring, I don't even have access to him. That was
when I came to France.
That was when you came to France. I can't even move near you. There were protocols everywhere. No access. And sir, this is not just to idolize you, as some will like to conclude immediately that, look, they are idolizing him. No. I believe before we can talk about Jesus, we have to talk about man. Because Jesus we don't see. Man is the one we see. So if God Almighty has brought a man to us to deposit something into our lives, we must be quick to immediately understand and get what that man has as an agenda for us, as a mandate for us. I was in Ukraine, and to God be the glory. Before I went to Ukraine, you will remember I was calling you Papa on the phone.
Yeah.
I was calling you Papa on the phone. And you almost said, no, they shouldn't call you Papa. I was shocked. I have already booked my ticket to Ukraine. If I was so fleshy as a person, I would just cancel that ticket. But I sat down after that call. I said, what? For the first time, I'm meeting with a man who is bringing himself so low and he wants to come to my own level, despite who he is and what he has achieved. Now, talking about where I was pastoring, Redeemed Christian Church of God, you can't even see your regional coordinator, talk less of even the provincial pastor, or talk less of even the GO. And now we are talking about a man that is on the same level with them, who left his level where he is and brought himself so low, just to be able to help us. Now, when I now arrive Ukraine, sir, let me tell you something. Maybe others will not say it. I will say it. I came to Ukraine more or less like a detective because I've been searching to know that is this thing true? Let me go there and go and watch myself. So I was, for the first 2-3 days, I was watching every place, watching every place, because I cannot be leaving frying pan and be entering into another fire. I'm not a baby in this thing. I've been in this thing for years. If I can leave a full-time work after having spent almost 15 years without working, and now leave it and come out and now start going to work, I know what it cost me to be where I am today. So I will not see somebody who who God has sent to me to come and be of help to me, and I will now misunderstand and I will fall victim of ignorance. When it was on the 4th day that I got it right, you will remember there was one of your teaching. At the end of the teaching, for the first time after 4 days, spending 4 days with you, you now made mention of prayer factor. Prayer factor. I stood up like this. I said, Jesus. Now, people around might be looking at, oh, I didn't worry because I was searching, has this man really given himself to the world? Has this man really danced to the tune of something else? Or is he playing the intellectual? Has he left the biblical foundations, which is more or less? And that is how we were brought up. Everything about us was always the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. There was nothing as going from the Bible and making this thing more practical. When you now made mention of prayer factor on one of the topic you were treating,
yes,
and you made mention of it, it was the last topic, the 7th point.
Yeah.
You said prayer factor. I said, Jesus. So this man considered prayer. This man loves prayer. That was my deliverance. And that was what settled all my doubt. The remaining 48 hours I spent in Ukraine was in celebration. I was a different man. Now, I think from now on, everybody that is playing a detective on the platform, or everybody there that are wasting their time thinking that they are there to come and fight or whatsoever, they should be asking themselves, why are they giving in so much? Why are they investing their time for all these things that they are doing? Because no man can bring down any man that God Almighty raised up. No man can fight the truth. Because look at it there. Everybody is a reformer. And this, I wrote you a letter. Immediately I came back to France. I wrote you a letter. I said, man, the only thing I saw in all this thing is that there is a need for you to build this force of reformation. These people that are represent, because I'm not hearing the same thing from everybody. They are not saying the same thing. That you are saying tithe, the Old Testament tithing is against the word of God, that we shouldn't give ourselves to it, but that we can make it as a discipline,
as a principle.
As a principle. In other words, if I want to be giving tithes to the widows,
yes,
it's permitted,
or to the church even.
To the church, that is you added a church that I am sure of how they
are spending the money. Yeah.
I now do not understand why some people are making stories out of it. That you are taking tithing. I just noticed that people just want to bring a man down by all means and just want to do something that has got nothing to do with the reality. Where does tithe come from? Tithe come from the Old Testament. And the man is saying we should not tithe according to the Old Testament. And you all are saying another thing. Not only that, we had the case of this so-called Jesus is coming back again. I can't imagine people. How is it possible that they cannot understand? How will you be saying Jesus will come today when the Bible has given us clues of the coming, the signs of the coming of the Lord Jesus? And the signs are not still ready. If the signs are not still ready, and he said we should occupy till it comes, have we really occupied? The people that
And
are
that is the
coming on
teaching I was doing, to let occupy. That's what the whole point I was making.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The people that are calling, wasting their data, wasting their money to be playing spies on your forum. Are they occupying? Is that occupying? Because if you are occupying, you will not have time.
This man
Number three.
is experienced.
Let me ship in something. Let me
Wellington,
ship.
Pastor Wellington is too experienced. He knows his people. My God.
Look at this thing. Look at you made mention. I believe people just want to hear what they want to hear. I did not start a kingdom prayer platform for anybody. I started it because I saw ignorance. People are so daft. I beg your pardon. I'm very sorry for that language. People are just something else. Now, I don't call you. Raphael calls you more than me. Raphael calls you more than me. I'm not a baby. If I want to download everything that is in you, after having waited many years to even know you, and finally I know you, I know how the spirit of familiarity operates. If I start calling you and stay close to you, familiarity will break it. I will miss a lot.
Yeah.
So I choose to stay afar. So you that is now close, and you are telling me all this, I said, look, my brother, you are for Showere. Adelaja is for Buhari. What is the problem? Adelaja is not saying God said. He said he predicted. You are saying Showere. What is the fight all about? What he said is them. Everybody has the right for his own opinion. You take the phone Adelaja. You are more closer to him than me. Call him. Talk to him. I thought he will call. The other day, he didn't call. Sir, let me just conclude it this way. Every one of us, we will have ourselves as witness of all this. Because what we are doing is more or less something that might be used for us or against us. In that we see a man. Look at. I just must call him. Because I can see in the realm of the spirit, I see deeper than what other might be seeing here. I see somebody that people are putting dagger at his back. Why will we choose as human beings to destroy? They said, the Bible says, we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but in our own setting. Our own is the flesh and blood. It is the man that we want to bring down. It is the man that we want to destroy. The campaign against the GO or against the work in Nigeria is not against the GO. It's not against Bishop Oyedepo. It's not against Pastor E.A. Adeboye. It's not against any man directly. It's against the lies.
Yes, the false doctrines.
And the false doctrine. If we have debunked the false doctrine, we should now go into the truth, the teaching of the truth.
Yes.
And that is what you started. You have started the teaching of the truth since last year.
Yes.
People don't come on board to listen to the teaching of the truth. They don't listen to the teaching of the truth. When you call them to come and listen to debunking the falsehood, it is then that they will be up to 1,000. But when it is time for you to teach them on how to function as a believer, how to take authority, what a church is all about, you will never see them. You will never see them. DSA, I'm calling just to encourage you. The Lord,
you are a wise man.
I can imagine what Pastor Bosse is going through. I have a wife here, and we have been in the ministry for almost 25 years. I know what your wife will be going through. Sir, the Lord is your strength. Just keep on doing the work. Just remain focused, and you will be surprised what God will do through you for this generation. The Lord is your strength.
You spoke the word of elders. You spoke like an elder.
To God be the glory, sir.
The words of wisdom. Thank you so much,
To God be the glory. My greetings to everybody. Bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Bless you. Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Instead of speculating, he took his ticket, came to the church, saw me minister. Church they have taken, or they have not taken. He saw it. He related to my people here, with my people. He saw everything himself. Listened to my teachings. Oh. And these ones that didn't come here, nothing. They will know more than the ones who have been here. And they are friends, so you didn't ask him. You are in Kiev. Tell me, does he have a church? Have they been taken from him or not? People just want to believe what they want to believe in. The tight one. Hey, okay. God bless them. I think we have a caller already. Hello.
Bonjour, DSA.
Oh, ça va bien? They said that you have become, they have popularized you, that because I talk to you now, I am, I'm also an atheist like yourself. Oh.
I didn't know what happened. I first saw a publicity that they were going to have a program. All of a sudden, I started receiving friend requests. 100 of them were just coming and say, what's going on? Before I say anything, DSA, I wish to wish your wife and all the mothers on the DSA platform, DSA family, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I just saw friend requests and people were inboxing me, telling me that my name was mentioned somewhere in a program and I should go and listen to
because somebody is an atheist. Is he a demon? Is he a Satan? Is he not a human being that one couldn't talk to again?
Yes, it was. I listened. I went back to listen to the message, to what he posted. I listened attentively to see if there would be any point. All I saw is somebody crying for attention. And before that, I would like to commend the way you handle Ayelara that called some few minutes ago.
Yes.
You didn't castigate him, you didn't embarrass him, even though he came out publicly to talk bad about you. I saw most of his videos. I saw the video he made about you. I watched some of the program he did. He talked really, really bad about you, but you were patient with him. You listened to him. You gave him the audience. And I saw that he was on the defensive and he was still trying to prove certain things he said, but you handled him very well. This will be the outcome of any person who tried to come up and try to speak evil against the truth. They will always come back. You see, me, I still don't do this religion stuff. I can't remember the last time I had kneeled down to pray or to do this God's thing, but I've been very, very fervent. I've been following you every time. I've been listening to your messages. There's something always about you that attracts me. I can't really figure that thing out. I don't know why, but I have immense respect and admiration for you. That I never listen to any man of God. I don't have time for any pastor anywhere in this world at all. I don't listen to any person, but you particularly, I listen to you. I also saw that he made a point about prayer, that you always start your program without praying. And Pastor Wellington was saying something a few minutes ago about he was wondering, like, he doesn't understand why DSA will start his program without praying. And Pastor Wellington was saying that Nigerians were doing everything about God, about the Bible and everything. Why doesn't DSA make reference to the Bible anytime he speaks? And all those things. And he's trying to hold you on that. He's trying to say that you don't make reference to Bible, you don't quote Bible, and when you come to start your program, you don't start it with prayer. I just look at the individual, I just smile, I say, I was even shocked with a lot of things he said, because I see him as somebody who is your ardent follower, somebody who knows much about you. But I was surprised to see that most of the things he said, nothing tallies with what you have been teaching. I don't know why. Maybe it is the spirit of the familiarity that the Pastor Wellington was talking about. Since people are close to you, since they have access to you, they no longer listen to your message. Or probably it's a deliberate choice he made not to understand what you have been teaching, because I really don't get it. Everything he said was wrong. Even your teaching about tithe was wrong.
Yeah.
Even your teaching about tithe was wrong. He talked about a lot of things. Everything he said about you was wrong. He said you try to manipulate people. I listened. I said, what is this one saying? I look at me here. I don't do this religion thing, but I understand DS's messages very well. You have been following him. You're very close to him. What is so hard? What is so difficult about DSA that you don't get it? So people on this platform, on this paper, please be careful. Don't be misguided by people who are looking for attention, who always come around to mislead you, because DSA has a substance to offer. He's giving us. Follow his teaching. Like I said, I don't do religious stuff, but I do follow you every day. It shows that there is something special about you. So Pastor Wellington was saying something about encouraging you and all those things. I don't call to encourage you. I just know that you're already standing on a very solid ground. You have a very strong personality that can never be broken because you walk through it. You have experienced all these things. Usually I do call and say, hey, I'm calling to encourage, but no. I just noticed, because even before now, you made a statement. You said something about there will be war. You're going to lose friends. Before you started this program about the geos and all those things, you said you're going to lose friends. That people should not worry. People should not fight for you. People should not defend you. And I'd like to caution your followers on your platform. I've seen some of them making comment. They're attacking some people that come to believe negative comment. I don't think that's very necessary. I don't think it will help them understand. Some of them are ignorant. All you can do is to show them love and help them to understand more. Maybe give the reference to DSS teaching. If you attack them, they will not know, especially somebody who is called smart, innocent. I don't know why he's called smart. He's not really proving smart in this case. So yeah, just show them love. Show them love. They will go on, give them reference to DSS teaching. If they listen, if they want to understand, they will understand. If they don't want to understand, they will not understand. They will go on. Maybe the truth will always catch up. The truth will always, because DSA, what you're doing is beyond this generation. It's going to last for ages. And people who criticize you today, the seed you're living, the seed you're planting, everything you're doing, the live videos, the books you're writing will testify about the things you're doing. And Raphael should go back and listen to the teaching you made about tithe. You should listen to your justification. You should also listen to the correction you made to the GOs. You didn't condemn tithe totally. You said that is a good thing. If the tithe is being channeled to a good cause.
Yes, charity.
Even though it's not biblical. Exactly. Even though it's not, there are certain stuff, but I don't understand why. So people don't get too familiar, don't get too comfortable because you have access to DSA and then you miss the real message. So DSA, Raphael is our brother. He needs this correction. He needs love. Don't fight him. He's struggling. He's getting fame. People come to watch him speak. So he's getting confused. He doesn't know how to handle the thing that's happening to him. That's what I noticed. He doesn't know how to use the psychology that is playing with him. He doesn't know how to handle the fame and the attention he's getting. So all he needs now is people's love, attention. Don't cause him, not insult him. He might come back like our brother Ayelara that just came back to talk 5 minutes ago. Okay, so people don't call him hypocrite. He's realizing a lot of things. They will learn, and they will always come back. So
words of wisdom, the innocent. Words of wisdom. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Blessings. That's the person they call atheist, though. Even though he's atheist, it's better than some pastors, some Christians, some people who are shouting. See the way he reasons. I mean, he said he's not into Christianity or anything, but he is able to understand what DSA is doing. And the one who said they are spirit-filled, they are the ones who don't understand. Amazing. What a paradox. What a paradox. Well, I just see it as a small preparation for me that this is what I'm going to face in Nigeria. Hello?
Hello, DSA. This is Akinpelumi Paul.
Oh, now you the troublemaker with this. So if you had not told me about what happened, I would have entered into the bad book of Raphael. Because I decided to listen to your advice, your advice and Paul and Shaul's advice. I blocked the girl and all my trouble started.
Actually, I didn't want to call in, but let me just say 2 things today, so we can learn and can be on record.
Okay.
1, many people are not just intelligent. They are not just smart. See, they talk about DSA strategy, they are looking at DSA. It's not about you, sir.
Thank you.
This
Make
is
you
God
tell them.
doing his thing in his own way.
Make you tell them.
They don't understand. God is sovereign and God exists without our input. See, when God appeared to Moses in the Exodus 3, he appeared as a burning bush. When you look at that burning bush analogy,
It shows combustion, fire burning on bush, and bush is not consumed.
Yep.
It's telling you that God is independent. God needs no human input to do his things.
Beautiful.
That was what God showed Moses. And that's the same way Jesus appeared. Man did not meet Mary to give birth to Jesus. It's just God is sovereign. And he's doing his things his own way. In Act 8, when the killing of Stephen took place, that was a chaos. If it's today's church, they will be so scattered. Everybody will be screaming. But that chaos brought Paul, converted him from Saul to Paul, right? That chaos led Stephen to Samaria. And that's how gospel came to Africa. Through chaos. See, God is God and he's sovereign. So whichever way he wants to do his thing, he does it. But one thing is for sure, today we will not be discussing exegetical fallacy, if not for your platform. We will all be lost somewhere. But we can't deny the fact today that we know the truth than before, because God did his thing his own way. But people don't understand. People don't understand. They are taking things personal because they have not met Jesus. If you have met this true Jesus, you will understand that God is sovereign.
Yes.
And he's doing his things his own way.
In his own way.
And I'm glad that God is doing his things his own way. That's point one.
Okay.
Point two. DSA is a ladder. I love that statement. You said you're a ladder and you are doing a program. You did a program to that effect.
Yes.
That you're a ladder. You allow people to climb through you. As good as that is, this is where I want everybody listening to DSA today to learn. As good as that statement is, it's very dangerous. And why do I say so? DSA, if you give me $1 billion as a gift, you worked for it and you gave it to me for free.
Yes, sir.
If I don't work, that money will go back to zero.
That's right.
That money will go back to zero.
That's
so
right.
if DSA becomes a ladder for you to climb and you have not worked on yourself, you are coming down again. Exactly. You come down yourself. So you have given us platform. When I came to a program in May and June of last year to speak about 48 of power, DSA, I wasn't like that again. I've left that realm. If I do that program now, it will be more deep and more intelligent because I have gone to bury myself in the library. I know more and deeper.
Beautiful.
Each time I come to your programs, each time I come for secretism, somebody will say, this is the best. Wait for the next one. When I come again, they will say, this is the best. Because I am lost in the library. So the opportunity you've given to me, I can't blow it because I am working on myself. Today, Raphael may fall victim. Someone else will still fall victim. Because if you don't work on yourself and DSA gives you that opportunity, anybody can blow it.
Beautiful.
Why do I say Raphael blew it? If you have not read, if he has read, he will understand the principle of critical mass that you always say. It's in your book for church sheet.
Yeah.
The principle of critical mass. To change a society, you only need to change 7% of that society, and the 7% will cause a critical mass that will create the ripple effect.
Yes,
so you don't need crowd to change the whole world. Only 12, and even the 12, one was a rebel.
Yeah.
Brought Christianity to us. Human beings are always used by God. Human being. Anybody can still blow this opportunity. If they climb on your ladder, Sister Bisola has blown it. Because she actually may know God, but she has not worked on herself to handle, to build herself to this point. And this is just an example. You see, a revolution is starting. Let's learn, not just throwing accusing fingers. Look at Abamisha, he is talking about politics. These were the things you told us in those days. They don't know about 7 spheres of society: politics, commerce, entertainment, business, education, government. It's not just one. They don't know social, making 7.
Yeah.
They don't know what to pick. They don't know who they are. What you have done is to push us into one of these spheres and be the best in that sphere. You have not pushed us to go and be talking about Adeboye is bad or Idepo is bad. Who has time for that gibberish? You have pushed us. So if they have, let me give you this example. In Nigeria, when your car is dead or your battery is down, instead of them to jumpstart, they push. In the days of manual car, when they push your car, they give it a little push. You manipulate your gear and your clutch, and the car will start. But if the car has no fuel, it's not going to start. What you are doing is you are giving us a push. People got to go fuel their passion, fuel your interest, and take advantage of the ladder you are giving unto us. You are giving to us. Or else, you will get there and you will blow it.
For someone to say that DSA is too small to change Nigeria, it shows that person is not reading the smallest book. You don't understand critical mass. You don't understand principles. Every weekend, I speak to people on phone continents, not because I'm proud, because you gave me a push. And people kept coming to listen to me, not because I'm intelligent, but because they said they are learning something.
Yeah.
What is special about me? DSA, I am buried in the library. That's why when I come to a program or for secretism and whatever, people say, would they like to listen to me? It's not because I'm smart, I'm intelligent, or I'm anointed. It's because I am in the library. I've chosen the area of preaching, and I want to be the best.
You are working on yourself.
Exactly. That's why I don't do Facebook Live program. I don't have time. I'm working 247. I do 40-hour school of life. I work Monday to Friday, and every day after work, I study between 2 to 3 hours every day.
Beautiful.
Why do I have time to blow the opportunity?
Beautiful.
If you hear about Missionary speaks on politics, you know this guy is working behind the scene.
Yeah.
My friend Sukomi came to speak on education. You know this guy is working behind the scene. This is what people should be thinking, not going out.
But what were they I heard that they were talking about Sukomi, the teacher, as if I'm using. Did I use him?
Sukomi got a call 5 days ago to be a teacher to teach someone in France. He'll be in Nigeria, be teaching someone in France. How does they say use him? They say got a call, and Superman got a call from a guy from South Africa and credited his account with 100,000 naira. He says, so DSA is using him. DSA, it took me to come back and tell you what has happened between the time he came on your program and now. What has happened to him? DSA is, he has free internet in the next 1 year. Somebody is paying so that I can further his research. I say DSA is using him. They are not intelligent.
Wow.
They are not intelligent.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
I'm not pointing an accusing finger. I just want us to learn so that this revolution can increase and can improve. Now, anybody can be a victim because if your car is pushed and you don't have fuel, your car is still not going. It's still going nowhere. So let's learn from this. Let people also work on themselves. DSA didn't ask us to go say Adepo is bad or Adepo is bad. He just gave us a push to become who God wants us to be. It's time for each person to sit down and really work on his or herself. Or else, DSA is a ladder. You will climb to that ladder, but you are still bankrupt. You are empty. You're still going to crash and blow the opportunity. And you'll be worse off because now you have a lot of things to lose.
Wow.
Exactly. That's my message for everyone listening to the one. This is not just about DSA. Even when DSA is not done, even when you leave the scene, it's beyond you. Yes. It's God doing his things in his own way. Because Jesus is coming soon and is coming for a church without spot or wrinkles. He's cleaning his church his own way.
Yeah.
Because the church belongs to Jesus. It does not belong to DSA. So how dare you bring DSA's personality and character? Did DSA die for me? Is it Jesus? It shows that people are unintelligent. They are myopic. Well, it shows the level of the job that still needs to be done. We still have a long way to go. Some people will learn and get it straight from here. And those who still choose to be skeptical or sit on the fence, they should go ahead. Some people said, how can they call himself a mentor? I think these people are so daft. Because if you look at the scripture, and Paul was talking to Timothy in 2 Timothy 3, he was talking about end time. He said in the latter days, people become lovers of self, not lovers of God. Paul mentioned 19 vices of the end time. And when Paul finished speaking in 2 Timothy 3 by verse 10, he said, you, Timothy, you know me. He was pointing himself to Timothy. You know my life. You know my style. You know my passion. You know my interest. You know my suffering. No. He didn't say you know Christ. He said you know me. Because that's how we show, that's how we show Christ. We show Christ through people. That's how we show Christ. Christ shows himself through human beings, through people. Paul was talking about end time. He said, Timothy, you know me personally. God always makes us to see people that have walked with him, that have held strong to the scripture, and through them we learn. And that will continue till Jesus comes. He gave the 12 passed it on. It has got into our hand now, and he will still make people to teach us, because no one is a custodian of all knowledge. I think I have to give others opportunity to speak. I don't want to talk today, but there's it.
No, thank God you called, because what you have indicated will stay for time and eternity. Brilliant words of wisdom, and he who has ear, let him hear. Thank you, sir. God bless. Wow. It's deep words. Wow. He is a friend of that teacher that they said I used. I didn't even know all these changes that have happened, all these things that have happened with him, with his life. But I know that's exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm presenting myself as a platform to help these people. For somebody to turn that around and say that I'm using them. Do I even ask anybody to call me mentor or anything? I said, don't even call me anything. I even say you don't know me. You can even say you don't know
Hello?
me self. Hello?
Yeah, DSA, this is Charles Adeniji.
Oh, you are another name I mentioned today. Oh.
Yes, yes.
I said
Thank you so much.
I listen to your advice and look at what I'm reaping. It's like, but I know that, thank God that I did that, because if I had not done that, I would have been thinking that everything is okay.
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And really, it is not our advice because we were not thinking about this. We didn't know when things started. It was just God that wanted to get you out of unnecessary trouble.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take credit for that. First, I want to first make an open statement. I was on your program some days ago, and I said that when Bishop Abioye spoke of people going to hell, I felt like slapping him. I take that back. Nobody should please slap anyone.
But you said you felt like. You said you felt
yes,
like.
Yeah.
But that is what that was a feeling. That is just what you are just telling us what you felt.
DSA. Our people, somebody will say, hey, just said there, you can slap someone. And it's better to just put it out there because we listen differently.
Okay.
And that is what has led to this. Even the reason I called, I didn't want to call today. I said Paul should call, that I'm at work. But it was Pastor Wellington that made me to call. And because he wrote an article a week or two ago, the dangers of making or debunking false gospel your full-time job. Paul and I have been shouting to people, leave all this talk show alone. Okafor is demonic, is not your problem. Go and learn your Bible. But you see, people love these talk shows. It suits their emotion. And you have said it today, that is exactly who they are. That is why they are craving for those things. And see, what happened to our brother is unfortunate, but it's only a matter of time. Anyone spending his full time listening to all this nonsense and not focusing on their Bible. We are not inviting you to come and hear Bible from us. Go and read your own. We are not looking for crowd.
Yeah.
So don't think that this is an effort for us to get people. We don't need people.
Yeah.
I'm putting that out there so that you don't say that, oh, it's because we don't need crowd.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking of dispersing the people we have now. Because I mentioned yesterday that we are going to hit them with hard truth they will not be able to stay. But it's the hard truth of the scripture.
No, but they are coming to learn the Bible, so please make it not send them away.
But they won't be able to bear it. Because when I tell some people now that scream the blood of Jesus, it is not meant for your sprinkling, they don't go agree. They are still saying it brings protection to me. But let's leave that aside. What has happened to our brother is unfortunate. The moment you make your focus listening to anything that doesn't point you to Christ, your job, it's only a matter of time. These things will catch up with you eventually. So I am appealing to everyone. Please and please, go and sit down with your Bible. If you don't, you will remain at that shallow level. I listen to you, and you see, you have always said it. If you don't go and listen to the 200 past messages, you don't know me. But you see, very few people do that. And I doubt if our brother in question today did that.
No, he doesn't have time. He's always running to go and do another video.
If you do it, your life will never remain the same. Because I did it, and I didn't just do it once. I listened. Even this series you have on YouTube, I listened to them. And it led me into deeper search, deeper discovery of God. Someone still wrote me before I woke up this morning that the experience of talking about, solitude really helped him and gave him insight into other things. I said, wow. I said, that is encouraging. Thank you for sharing. Please let us go back to the Bible. DSA is not your savior. So to take your eyes off him, go and know your savior by yourself.
Yes.
Nobody can take his place. DSA has said that God, with any idol, God will pull it down.
Yes.
So even if your husband, your wife, your child is your idol, they will keep disappointing you.
Yeah.
Don't keep your focus
Yeah.
on man.
Yeah.
Please, I'm appealing. I call to appeal to people. And we have always been saying it. Pastor Wellington wrote that article, The Dangers. It's a danger because your eyes is on the wrong thing, not the right image. And we have to focus on the right image because we shall see him. We shall become like him. Each one, as they behold him, we shall become like him. And what are you beholding? Whatever you are putting in your front, whatever is you are looking at perpetually, that is what you become. Don't see the wrong all the time. You will fall into error. See the right. And what is the right? The truth. Who is the truth? Jesus. When you focus on it, your life will never remain the same. And that's all.
Wow. 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 Beautiful. Amazing. Well, unfortunately, that's the last call we could receive because in 2 minutes' time, the Facebook is going to switch us off because it's 4 hours almost where it's been going. 4 hours. And I still have to come back and do the Hilton posthumous message. So in 2 minutes' time, Facebook is going to shut us up. They said we still have over 10 people or 15 people who still want to call. So would they have to call another time or write to me on my Facebook? Or because today Facebook is going to shut us down now. Only 4 hours you can go without stop. And it's 2 minutes to 4 hours now. So thank you so much. And thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the words of encouragement. And please learn from this lesson so that none of you will fall into that pit and repeat the mistake. Thank you so much, everybody. What do you say? Bowing low. My salute to all of you guys. Thank you so much. Much love. Blessings.